Wow, I cannot believe that my live stream started so quick. Usually it takes a few seconds. Hey, so we're back from a hiatus of several hours. I know, so long. I really left you guys waiting. Yeah, for me, we're still streaming this same day. For some of you guys in a different time zone might be like, oh, he skipped a day. Nope. No siree, Bob. Just a little bit later today. I had shit to do, but hey, I have been working on the game called Paint Wars, which is basically Paper.io, except it is in Roblox, and we've already kind of gotten a basic version of this fleshed out. A lot of people were fuming. They were foaming at the mouths over bugs. Yes, we're aware there's bugs in this game. I had VR, one of our mods, sending me a bunch of bugs, of people DMing me bugs. Yes, I'm aware. We made this game in 3 hours. I know there's going to be a bunch of bugs, but I'm sure as hell proud of the speed at which we did this. We got it out in 2 streams, and we are going to get these bugs fixed. I have been stuck with Codex, the absolute low IQ dumbass. I do not sugarcoat it. Codex is retarded, but hey, it's what I'm stuck with. I don't have any Claude usage right now. I realize that Claude Fable just came out. Hey, that's a W. I know it's a little bit lobotomized, but Claude Fable is back. The best AI model in the world is back. I don't have any Claude usage. I don't have my subscription right now. So be it. Whatever. Once I get more money, once I get a good game out there, I'll be able to pay for Claude and whatnot. But hey, for the meantime, I have Codex. Welcome, everybody. What is the name of the game? The name of the game is called Paint Wars. All my games are always linked inside of the description, so if you're ever curious what game I've made, you can go check it out there. And I always put all the links there, like as soon as I can after a new game comes out. We now have 5 games that we've released on these streams, which is unbelievable. So you can see a link to all of those below. I'm going to put it in chat as well. SJ for real. Boom. Boom. He's in. All right, let's see. I always make sure if I'm starting a stream and I want a good turnout, I always make sure to drop the link on Discord. So real quick, I'm going to drop that link on there, and then let's see. I'm also going to drop the link. That's the link to this stream, but I'm also going to drop the link to this game if you'd like to check it out inside of, let's see. Here's somebody messaging me about bugs, but I need to send this to Smarty Devs. I'm going to drop the link to the game in chat as well, so if everybody would like to check that out, you can do that. Let's see. You can give it a good old look at Content Ping live deving AI Slop. Okay. Boom. Okay, boom. We're done. Improve the UI. SJ, it is not the time. I'm going to be honest with you. People telling me improve the UI annoys me a little bit because we got bigger shit on our plate. I know you're trying to help, man. I'm not trying to be a dick, but we got bigger shit on our plate than just UI. This is the biggest issue, right? We got hella bugs. So right now in the live game, there are not massive bugs that would stop movement. But inside of my version of the game, which is inside of Studio, there are hella fucking bugs, and I'm trying to fix these, but Codex is kind of stupid. We recently changed, on Paint Wars, we changed the icon to a new one. Yes, the dislike ratio is fucked right now because of a bunch of trolls and also because there's bugs in the game. Trolls from stream, bugs in the game, so ignore that for now, but drop a like to support. But yes, it's inflated because when you're live streaming, a bunch of retards like to dislike your game. Or just people who are frustrated over bugs. Those aren't retards. They're just not, liking the state of the game, which is fair enough. So we're going to fix that. How did you make that game? We made it with AI, and I'm still here trying to improve it more because it needs a lot more work to be fully done. But here's the problem, right? There's a lot of bugs. There's a little bit of lag. And sadly, Codex is retarded. I don't know if I can emphasize that enough. And he is making it so that this game does not have the ability to move, right? So we added a tutorial. Paint the floor, blah, 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 right? But now, when it added the tutorial, it made it so you can't move. So I'm like, okay, either I have a tutorial and I can move, or I don't have a tutorial and, see, I can't move. So it's like, what the fuck? He's tried multiple times to fix this. He hasn't fixed it yet. Hire a tester before publishing a game? No. I'm not going to do that. Thank you very much. I don't need to hire a tester. My testers are stream. My testers are the people who play the game when I put it out. The reason I do these streams, a huge reason, is to get you guys to test the game. Does that have a cost in dislikes? Yeah, but I'll pay that cost because the upside is much bigger. Not letting me press shop. I know there's a lot of fucking bugs, and it's pissing me off too, but we're aiming to fix it. What did you add? You're asking me 3 times. If you keep asking me, I'm going to mute you. But what did we add? I didn't add a ton of stuff. All I added was a tutorial. But yes, we are going to get these in line. Someone said you should open a new chat. Codex will take a fresh look. Yeah, we'll try to do that. It's just I don't know why the hell it's having struggles. It's creating a lot of bugs right after it fixes other bugs. And Codex is a retard. I've said that a lot of times. It's probably getting repetitive because he's just earned that type of verbal abuse by being so dumb. Codex is way dumber than Claude Code. I'm fed up with GPT 5.5. I think that it's way worse than Opus 4.8. At least 30 IQ points worse. And I don't know how anybody uses this and actually stays sane because it's retarded. Like, it cannot fix shit to save its life. I've had, I didn't stream earlier, but I was working on this game. I wasn't able to stream at that time, but I was prompting it several times, and it was having the issue of adding a bug or not being able to fix the bug after multiple prompts, like multiple attempts, sub-agents working, extra high reasoning. This is supposed to be one of the best models, and I know a lot of people are going to be, fix the bugs yourself. It's code I haven't made, and there's so many of them, it would take way longer for me to do it myself. I'm not going to do it myself by hand. I don't code by hand. I don't do that anymore. I would rather figure out how to get Codex to do it, but Codex is way worse than Claude. I wish I did not have this subscription. It accidentally went through on my card to the $200 sub. Maybe I could email them, say I want to downgrade. I do not have Claude right now. It's definitely not the best situation for coding, but hey, it is what it is. If you put Fable 5 here, he'd clear everything in 10 minutes. Yeah, if only I had the fucking money. I don't have a big game right now, so I can't pay for that, and all my money went into business, so I do not have the money right now until I'm paid by YouTube to get Fable 5 back. So I literally do not have Claude. Codex is the GOAT. Dude, that's insane. Stream lacking? That's because I have so much shit open, but thanks for letting me know. I'll close this for now. But I can't join your game 16 plus. Yeah, that's kind of that's Roblox for you now. Thanks a lot, Roblox. Do you have a dev team? Yes, I have a dev team. So I have a team in the Philippines of guys and a girl who code Roblox games. Right now, I only have one guy working, so we're on a tight budget. We're trying to get a successful game. I have not had a successful game in years. I am working my ass off to get one. It's a lot of work now. It's harder than it's ever been. I'm sure you guys are having the same experience. I'm a development YouTuber with 155K subs. I should be able to fucking figure it out, but I can't so far for the life of me. So I'm not going to be posting videos about how to make a successful game. I'm not going to be teaching you guys how to grow your games. I'm not going to do any of that stuff. I've done it in the past because I had experience. I had a few games that were successful. Recently, no. And I have to be brutally honest about that. It's not working with these new games. And I'm going to throw shit at the wall. I believe Roblox is a volume game trying to push out as many projects as possible. And I think AI helps with that. But we're getting to the point where everybody's got resources. All kinds of people have a team. People are accelerating in their skill. They have very good assets saved up. They make games faster because they've already written the code and they just slap it together in 5 minutes, it feels like sometimes. I mean, I might be exaggerating, but you have a lot of competition. People are ahead of you. They already know what works in the algorithm. They've done it before. And for me, it's been a few years. So when I'm trying to make a new game, it's like climbing up a massive hill. And that's how it is now. I mean, let's just be honest. It's the hardest time in Roblox history. But we just have to keep on releasing games. I'm not going to stop releasing games. I'm going to keep on pushing shit out there. I know some people are like, it's because it's AI. I have a firm belief that AI just makes the game development process faster. If you have a good idea, people won't care that it's AI. If there's AI tells, that definitely matters. But is the reason that the games are currently failing because of AI? I don't think so. I think it's the competitiveness on Roblox, and I think it's the ideas aren't hitting as much as they could. So if people have criticisms, honestly, don't point it at the fact that I'm using AI. Like, point it at Codex all you want. Codex is ass, but point it at the idea, right? And then if you have a better idea, right? I like constructive criticism, right? A lot of people want to the ideas are mid. Yeah, I agree, because they aren't blowing up. But you got to be specific about what idea you do instead, okay? Because we have Paint Wars, we have Firework, Ride a Nuke. We have, let's see, we got, where the hell is it? I have another group called RNG Maxers. RNG Maxers. Hopefully you get 6 million visits or 271K. Yep. Well, visits don't matter. Visits don't matter if you can't hold the players. We have Lucky Block Wars. We have a lot of games, but it's a fucking hard market. What can I say? So that means Roblox development is not profitable. No, I never said that. I said it's hard. It's extremely profitable if you push past the barrier, but the barrier is a brick wall now. So how the hell do you break through a fucking brick wall? Right, is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to slam that shit with a fucking jackhammer, with a bulldozer, whatever I can use, right? And my main tool right now is volume. And volume relies on chances, right? Something will hit if you launch enough shit at the wall, is what I tend to do. A lot of people are like, oh, improve your stats. Yeah, you can't really improve stats on a game that nobody wants to click on to begin with. So you have to have a good idea, and I think good ideas arise from quantity. I've released 5 games in the past month and a half-ish, or month that I've been doing streams. I don't think that 5 games is enough. I think that you need 20 games. I think that you need dozens of games. In my opinion, you should focus on one good game idea instead of doing the game every day or so. I played your games and they're missing some more love. But it doesn't matter, right? Here's my point. It doesn't matter if the game is missing love if the idea sucks. You only know if the idea is going to work if you put it out there into the market and test it. And people actually want to play that. Like, if people want to click on Paint Wars. If people aren't clicking it to begin with, that it doesn't matter, right? It does not matter how much love I put into the game. If this is an idea that failed, which I don't know yet, right? This is super early on, and I don't know how well it's going to do. Like, it could do very well or it could do very poorly, and that depends after I actually have the game working when there aren't any bugs. That is what it depends on. The tutorial's bugged because the character's anchored. I don't know, dude. I mean, I don't think that maybe the character's anchored. But let's see here. Part.anchored equals true. Let's check. I don't know, actually. It might be something else. Let's see. Mesh part.anchored. Humanoid root part.anchored equals false. Let's see. Starter player module. Let's see. What AI? Wow. W thumbnail. Is that AI? Yeah, that's AI. So that was generated by Rothumbs, I think. Not bad. Actually, wait, no. That was generated by Vizbees, which I think, this is a hunch. I've only done one generation with Vizbees. It's better. I think that it's better than Forged UI, and it's better than the other ones, like Artly. Artly, I was kind of upset with their recent changes. Artly, if you don't know, Artly was a platform. So there's a lot of people making platforms right now for generating AI, Roblox, thumbnails, and icons. And Artly was one that I liked because, okay, these guys wanted to hit me up for a sponsor. It's taken forever to get that sponsor through, by the way. Let's get it done, guys. Let's do it already. But they basically had a dashboard where I could make images. But now they have a desktop app because they're trying to become the new VS Code or Cursor of Roblox development. VS Code and Cursor are very established tools. I'm curious to see how that goes for them. But the problem is, right, they've done this thing I've seen many tools do, is they've turned their product from one product, which is an AI image generator in this case for Roblox development icons and thumbnails, to a coding interface. and they removed the original flow. Like, that doesn't make any sense for your existing users. And I told him this in the most professional way possible. Like, your app doesn't make sense in its update. I told this guy. And hopefully he acts on that advice, because I was using it for thumbnails and icons. But now, what I have to do is I have to open up Artly, right? And I have to go through this process where I connect it to Studio, like I'm connecting MCP, which a lot of you guys know. Like, connecting this thing as if I want to open up an AI agent to Roblox Studio and code with it, which is not what I actually want to do if I'm trying to generate an icon. And yes, he still has a way for you to generate, and I don't know how many people are on his team, but the guy who I talked to, I think is the owner of this. He has a way for you to generate images for the game's icon and thumbnails still, but you have to connect it to a game first. You have to connect it to an open studio place. It does not make sense to me. And I basically told him that. So if you guys I don't know if you guys will ever make like a software platform, but if you do, don't do this, please. Don't change it from one app to another and remove the access to the original purpose of the entire platform. That just doesn't make sense to me. Like, if I were him, I would add Artly Studio with the ability to code and whatnot. Like you can see here, it's like VS Code, and yeah, I'm not going to use it right now, but this isn't an ad. But connected to Studio, I can code, blah, blah, blah. It's like specialized for Roblox agentic coding and stuff. Cool idea, right? But if you're replacing what the site was originally for, it just does not make sense. It's going to confuse the hell out of your users. And it even confused me. I'm lucky to have like a direct line to the guy who owns the website. His name's Banks, I think. I talked to him on Discord about a sponsorship with them. But like if I didn't, I would be left in dust. Luckily, I can message him and say, hey, this doesn't make sense. Add a way to have image generation, thumbnail generation, icon generation without opening up a code session in Studio. It doesn't really make sense, jumping through a bunch of hoops. But hey, it is what it is. Do they just steal your data now? I mean, if you think they're going to steal your Roblox game's code base because you're connecting to it, sure, maybe. I don't know their terms of service, but no idea. They've changed it for sure. Yo, Smarty, I started using Codex, and now it edits everything for me. Thanks for your advice. You're welcome, by the way. Now I got a question. Other than Codex or Claude, is there any other free tools that help a lot? Just use tools. Just use Claude as your tool. Don't use Codex. Fuck Codex for Roblox development. Fuck Codex. I'm honestly done with Codex until they release GPT 5.6 Sol Ultra, which I know is a mouthful, but that's their new model that supposedly is going to be better than the best Claude model. We'll see. The jury is out on that. I have a lot of doubt because GPT 5.5 sucks. It sucks for Roblox development. It cannot figure it out. And maybe part of it's my tool, like maybe, right? Because I know that my tool is like having some issues right now. But I think it's Codex. Like I think Codex just struggles to fix bugs. My dad is coding a trading bot right now, and he said Codex could not figure it out. ChatGPT could not figure it out. He only trusts Claude. And I mean, those are two examples, but I think a lot of people have a similar experience. Like Opus and Claude just seem to be the best right now. I mean, obviously they've just released Fable again, which Fable is Anthropic's model for basically the top of the top, best of the best AI. It beats every other open model that we have, like right now, that we are able to access as the public, as the plebs, We are able to use Claude Fable, but the government banned it for several weeks because it was so damn powerful. And now it's a little bit dumber. It's a little bit lobotomized, but it's still the best model when you use Claude Fable. You just can't use it on security tasks. So if you're trying to make anti-exploiting, Claude is like, fuck you. Go to another model because it's so powerful. They don't want people hacking into things. If they let you patch bugs that are like exploitable, like exploits in your website or your Roblox game or whatever, they think the opposite could be used for hacking. So they think people could use the model for hacking. So that's also why, not only why they added restrictions to it when it came out, that's also why the government banned it, because they thought our foreign adversaries would basically try to hack into the US systems by jailbreaking the public Fable 5 model and using it for malicious shit. But anyway, dude, the best strategy right now is to one-shot 10 games with Fable until it's banned and then use Opus GPT to build it out. Yeah, you are 100% right, my friend. That's what I did with several games, actually, until it got banned. And now, right now, I do not have access to Fable because I do not have a Claude subscription. I am stuck with Codex at the moment. That's just how it is for me. But in a little bit, I'll have a Claude again, but... Whatever. I mean, I might be able to borrow my dad's Claude. I just don't have it right now. Let's see. What? Yeah, I know. I'm stuck, dude. I'm stuck with Codex, the dumbass. Yeah, I don't got money, bro. I ain't rich. All my money is going into business. All my money gets straight out of YouTube, course, whatever I make money from. It gets put right into business. It's all gone. Immediately after. I am in the grind phase. I am not a rich person. If you want a rich person to teach you, watch somebody else. That is not me. But if you want somebody to show you what the real journey is, trying to build back up to having another successful game after years, that you're on the right channel. Let's see. Yeah, this is like Roblox developer had some success early on, takes a few years, teaches people on YouTube, but hasn't had a big game in a while. Builds Roblox games, trying to make his next hit. That's what you're really watching here. You have no idea what you're saying, and it shows. Bro, just go fuck yourself. I don't have patience for retards like you. You don't have any idea what you're saying. Go fuck yourself. I told you exactly what I think. And if you want to just say, oh, you don't know what you're talking about, just fuck you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want you here. I told you exactly my position in development. If you're like, oh, I've been very open with you, so get out of my chat. What makes you say that? If possible, tell me your past experience. It does UI and item registry for me well. Here's what I mean, right? Here's what I mean by Codex being dumb. Like, Codex can do the basics, but the second you want it to do like a complicated task or fix a bug inside of a game that is already running and already has systems built and things are getting more complex, it starts to fall apart because the model is far dumber than Claude. Like, I'm sure there's some AI scientists that could explain why, but it's just different models are tuned differently. It's different companies. Claude is just better at making a cohesive working Roblox game, and the bug fixing is way more reliable in Claude. I don't know all the science. I don't know everything behind it, but I just know that in practice it's more powerful. Let's see. Bro, my Tommy Hearts, OMG. Yo, I just started streaming vibe coding today. Got any tips? Yeah, talk the entire time and do not stop. That is how you keep an audience engaged on a stream. People do not like dead air. That is the number one thing. And enunciate. Speak up. I would say that a lot of streamers, I click onto their shit and they are not saying anything. I'm like, how do you expect people to watch you? What makes you different? If you aren't saying anything, what makes you different from the next guy in studio? Nothing. Unless you have a successful game or something to back your credibility up or whatever. Your personality is supposed to show on your streams. If there is no voice, there is no personality, there is no you. Period. Bro, Fable really good. It's so much faster and the results are remarkable. No glaze whatsoever. Yeah, you are right. Fable is amazing. I wish I could use it right now. I do not have a Claude sub. I will be doing that soon. What is in that mug? Coffee at 7 p.m. Let's see. Yo, is this going to be daily? It's already daily, my boy. We do these streams every single day. Subscribe with notifications on. Let's see. Can Fable code complex shit? Yes. Fable can code the most complex shit, my friend. The most. Do not hand your complex shit to Codex, dear God. Has this retard fixed the game? Like, I'm actually fed up with Codex right now. If you haven't noticed, if it isn't already obvious, why the fuck is it broken? I think that here's the problem. I think my tool, let's be honest, maybe I'm ragging on Codex a lot. Part of the problem is my tool. You don't know what my tool is. It's repo syncing, it's MCP, whatever. It's called MCP board, whatever. My tool MCP board is currently broken in certain ways for, let's see, why the fuck is it broken like this? Fix the shit. Fix the... This is, I'm using Codex to build MCP board, my tool, which is private and gate kept, and you don't get to use it. Nobody gets to use it but me, basically. But I don't use Rojo. I don't use Script Sync. I don't use Roblox's MCP. I use an MCP board, which is mine. Why are we using Codex? Because I don't have a Claude sub, and I can't pay for it right now because I don't have money because I spent it all on business. And I have not made a new successful game yet, and I'm on the grind. That's the honest, completely flat out, straight up answer. Bro ran out of all his money and no longer has a Claude subscription. That's the fucking situation, dude. Spot on, Mr. Top Central Rankings. That's not even hate. That's just accurate. I am trying. But trying is not enough, my friends. Fuck trying and fuck effort. Nobody cares if you try. Everybody only cares if you get results. That's life. Everybody cares. Oh, did he make a successful game? Nobody cares. Did you make 50 games? Did you make a really complex game? Did you put in a lot of effort in Roblox Studio? Were you passionate? Nobody gives a fuck if your player count is 0. Nobody cares. They might be like, oh, he's creative. He had a good idea. But if you're a grown-ass man, you're like, oh, I need to make money. Well, if your game has fucking 0 players, nobody cares. Let's just be honest, bro. Oh. How do you pay for bills then? Bro, barely. I barely do. Barely. Fucking barely. I am lucky to live and work with my dad, but I am on the grind, man. What can I say? Hey, it finally launched the code to Studio. Holy shit. Why else do you think I'm streaming for 12 hours a day? Let's see. What did this guy say? Blind idiot reply. Jesus Christ, dude. That guy's getting muted. What do you do for work? I do Roblox development and I teach it on YouTube. But I don't have money coming in from development. I only have money from YouTube right now. Only. That's it. So I have spent hours, right? And why don't I have the money for a Claude sub? Well, all my money goes into paying developers in the Philippines to make prototypes. Most of those prototypes are not out. We're making one, we're polishing it. We shipped one, it did not do well. 0 players. We're shipping another one called Eat Crayons and Fight the Principal. And I spend usually like at least $1,000, $1,200 a month, paying these guys in the Philippines. And if I don't make like a certain amount of money, now basically all the money goes to that and then bills and then all my subscriptions. So I have a lot of subscriptions, but so yeah, it's very tight margins in the early time of business. Your game sucks. All right, go fuck yourself and get the fuck out of my chat, you retard. Stop spamming. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Leave. But anyway. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, ban. I know, we're banning him. We're banning him, dude. Anyway, what was I saying? So, if I'm spending, like, here's the reality of the situation, right? I realize, as somebody who's been in the Roblox development space for 8+ years, I've had a channel for 6 years. I've been in the Roblox development space really longer, but I say 8 because that's when I actually started trying to learn it as like a 7 or 10-year-old. More like 10 or 12. Roblox development is something that can be really lucrative, but it's also really high risk. And the more that the competition goes up, the more high risk it is. And at the time, right now, we're in a phase where, like, if your game does not hit the benchmarks for the algorithm, it gets 0 push, especially because of the 16+ requirements, right? To have 500 highly engaged users on your game over 16. It makes it so you have to have a very good game to be able to reach that. So, right, I'm spending a lot of time, like 12 hours a day, coding games. But if one of those games does not blow up, well, then you don't make any money on that. You just spent money on Claude and Codex, and you lost money. It's all an investment, right? But investments don't always pay off. I say volume because you're throwing darts at the wall trying to see what sticks. But if I'm spending that time, what ends up happening is I get less YouTube videos out. If the main thing right now for me, the reality of the situation is the YouTube videos make the most money. If that's the main thing, then if I'm spending time streaming, well, then that takes away from the YouTube video money and makes everything even tighter for business and everything else. Hence why I don't have Claude right now, because I haven't uploaded as many videos. So the brutally honest stream. Yo, start prompting, bro. Stop telling me what to do, Mr. Chatter. I am the streamer. You are the chatter. Thank you very much. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, I don't think that Paint Wars is horrible. I think it's a good idea. It's just the angle. What do you mean the angle? I think the problem is not the angle. I think the problem is not the idea. I think the problem is the damn bugs right now, because we've spent money on sponsors, but honestly, I think it's all gone to waste because there were a lot of bugs, and people were telling me this, like, oh yeah, bugs. Yes, I was aware, but I'm stuck with Codex right now, this absolute buffoon trying to fix all the bugs, and he hasn't fixed them. So I am stuck with no Claude, and I'm just stuck with Codex. I'm hoping if OpenAI release it, because I've spent $200 on their subscription on accident. I meant to downgrade it to the $100. In that case, I would have had Claude right now. But I've spent $200 on their sub. They better release the GPT 5.6, and it better be actually good at this. It better be better than Fable and Anthropic's model. And then the government better not ban it right after it comes out. But the minute that drops, I'm going to be working very hard with Codex and what I have. So, I mean, Codex 5.5, it's pretty stupid at Roblox development, but I mean, hey, what can I say? It is what it is, dude. Real goats can optimize 5 Codex Max subscriptions. Yeah, if I had that, bro, not gonna lie, some people aren't built for this. Let's see your games, dude. Fucking mute. All right, anyway, I praise his idea. Yeah. Yo, that's not kind, bro. Well, I know, but you also aren't being kind, telling me, oh, lock in, let's chatting. Shut up. Does this look like your stream, dude? No, it's fucking not. So shut the fuck up. How does your UI look? Nice. Mine looks AI, if you know what I mean. Hey, you are one of the first people who's said this UI looks nice, so thank you. This is actually AI generated, but I used a process called the Mike method, which is a guy on my team in the Philippines who I hire to program games. And that is all done by AI, but it's not done with frames and text labels and shit. Mike is doing his AI with ChatGPT. So he will generate an image, and he'll tell ChatGPT, like, make the UI for this game. And then he'll basically have it say, take all of the icons out of that image and put it onto a grid, like a white grid. And from there, right, now you have all these icons. You can take them out in Photoshop and put them into Roblox Studio. Well, I took his method a step further of generating the reference image, cutting it out onto a white background, having, ChatGPT do that as well. And I made it so that I had Codex tear all of those icons out from the white background image thing and turn them into individual image assets. And then I had it through my tool MCP board, upload them to Roblox Studio. And I made it so that they were all, a fully generated UI with images. So images allow you to add more detail. If you see people on Twitter making UI and having it look really good, they're doing that because they are probably professional UI designers, yes, but they aren't just limiting themselves with the studio tools like frames and text labels and all that shit. All of those are very limited. It makes it look very 2D. And AI, when it does not have image generation capabilities on it and it's just using Roblox's primitives, it makes the UI look really basic. And that's what smells like AI slop. Now, does this UI look perfect? No, but it looks better than most AI-generated UI because of that reason. Let's see. Let's see what we have here. All right. Hayden, why are you trolling the UI? Is very obviously AI. Let's see. Hayden, I feel the idea comes with a better workflow of research. Who is Hayden, dude? Oh, Hayden's the guy who asked the question about UI. Right. There's bugs on my screen. Yes, there are some bugs. We're working on them. Let's see. What you make it? We're making a game called Paint Wars. Paint Wars is like Paper IO 2. Yes, it is. We're trying to make Paper IO 2. How'd you know? Smarty, but from everything you've said, it seems like you're losing money. Yes, and that is fucking intentional. I am losing money right now as we speak because I am a person who goes all in, and that does not mean everything will succeed. That is how life works. You will spend money on shit and it will fail. You will release a game and it will fail. You will sponsor something and it will fail. You're supposed to learn from that and adapt, but you have to do a lot of fucking failures before something can succeed. Have I had successful games in the past? Yes, years ago, we got hundreds of players on meme games in a group called Jimmy Games, made tens of thousands of dollars. I'm not going to belabor the point. They got millions of visits, blah, blah, blah. That's in the past. But yes, I am spending money on Claude subscriptions, Codex subscriptions. I'm spending money on programmers, all these things that do not pay off right now. And why is that? Because business is built on investments. So I am spending money now with the belief that, or the inclination that, not necessarily a belief, the inclination that it will make money in the future. Is that guaranteed? No. That is why business is risky. And I'm currently in that very tight phase where I'm like living on the edge because I'm spending all the money and none of it has a return yet. None of it has a real return because it's all experiments. It's all an experiment until something hits. Then people are like, oh, look, Grow a Garden blew up. He must have known what he was doing the whole time. No. I'm sure the guy who made Grow a Garden had a bunch of fucking failures before he blew up. Am I saying, oh, this guarantees I'll blow up one day? No. I don't. Nothing is guaranteed, dude. Nothing. I'm not one of these people who's like, oh, I 100% think I will 1,000% have a big game. No. And if I don't have a big game, fuck it. I'm just going to make more tutorials on scripting and building and modeling. And will I keep trying to make a big game? Yeah, I'm not going to stop. But I'm always somebody who has a plan to do other shit. I'm definitely compromising views right now to produce games. I've spent hours and hours and hours vibe coding on live, and you can scroll down in my live streams. I've been doing this nonstop. I don't have a big game from this process yet, so I'm trying many, many different ideas. I know not all of them are perfect, and they got to be polished and blah, 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 whatever. UI is shit, whatever. Whatever you want to say. People have provided criticism, they provided praise, all of it. But it's really just, it's a grueling process, man. You know, you just have to release a lot of stuff, and nothing's guaranteed, man. Let's see. Then I just, okay, what do we have? We're having a whole conversation inside of chat. LOL, I'm remembering when everyone was obsessing over the UI a couple of streams ago. Why is it so ugly? It's a prototype. Yeah, exactly, dude, Dev. People don't know what a prototype is because most of the people who sit here criticizing UI are armchair developers. They are armchair critics. A better term, armchair devs. That's what they are. They want to sit here, they want to act like a dev, and they want to criticize you for doing shit that they've never fucking done. Like, you don't know, if you're so concerned with my UI or whatever, and you don't realize that it's been like 3 hours of making a game. Like, if you realize it's been 3 hours, many devs, or most in their right mind, would be like, this is good shit. This looks like a good UI. Could it be improved? Yes. But a really good UI, like if you're wanting me to hire a UI designer, that shit will take weeks. The only way I have a good UI fast is by prompting AI for it. And yes, I could have a better prompt. I could use more references from the Roblox community and whatever games out there that have good UI. But hey, I'm working with what I work with, you know. Right now, I'm focused on function over form. I don't care how it looks. I care if it's a game that is going to be playable. You just have one bug or for more bug. I have one main bug right now that it did not fix, but I mean, there's other ones, I'm sure. I'm sure it's not just one. Let's see. Let's see. Has it done it? Still not fixed. What the fuck? IQ below 0. Not trying to help, but why don't you pick the idea that makes people come back to the game? After all, that's top 3 most important metrics. Well, no shit. I'm definitely trying to make a thing that makes people come back. But it ain't that simple. Like, do you have a game that makes people come back? Have you done that? Have you done that yourself? Mr. German Curve, right? Have you made a game that makes people come back, right? If you haven't, you think it's simple. It's not. It's not simple. It's something that comes from trial and iteration and having lots of shit fail. So now I can actually open up an analytics dashboard of a game and be like, okay, here's what probably went wrong. I mean, it isn't even that simple though, right? Because I can sit here and I can say, oh, it's probably the fact that, you know, on, let's say, Be a Firework, right? If I go on Be a Firework right now and I view the analytics, I can sit here and I can try to make an assumption as to why this game has 0 players right now, which, does it have a low amount of visits? It has an okay amount of visits, like 19.1K. If I sit here, though, I can try to analyze these analytics, but what if the concept itself is wrong? I might be just analyzing the analytics of a game that was bound to fail because the idea Be a Firework's bad. I'm saying that's a theory. I'm not saying that's 100% guaranteed. Maybe Be a Firework could work. Maybe it is the stats and something could be improved in the gameplay to make people come back more. But, God, this is taking forever to load. Let's see. Oh, what the hell? My screen is all screwed up. All right, there we go. Okay. Yeah, so, I mean, I don't think that... Let's see, I need to hide this mofo from the channel. Let's see. Why is it not loading? Like, I want to show you the stats, but it's not even loading. So, just great, Roblox. Outstanding work. Yeah, this happens all the time. Roblox create page is garbage. Like, it's so damn slow. It's always broken. Always. Like, I swear to God, it's constantly broken, dude. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to upset you, but yes, I have. I picked a farming niche that is a copy of a mobile game. I think that's an interesting concept. Hope it'll work. But did it? You said hope it will work. And no, you didn't upset me. I'm just responding to what you said, which is, why don't you pick an idea that people would like from the start? It's not as simple as that sounds. Like, you said you have made something that you hope will work. I meant, did you make something that is proven to work? And it sounds like you have not. Like, you don't know. You've picked something that's a mobile game, you said. That does not mean that it will be successful just because it worked as a mobile game. This is a game based on an idea that people like, right? I could say that right now. Oh, this is an idea I hope will work because people have played Paper.io. That doesn't mean it will be successful just because Paper.io was successful. So, I mean, the execution matters. The idea matters. Sometimes it's also the framing of it. Like, oh, maybe Paint Wars doesn't communicate that it's an IO game. There's lots of things, right? Let's see. I'm just getting into Roblox development, trying to learn what I need to quickly so I can get started building things and iterating quickly. Sick, dude. I am glad to hear that, man. We are all grinding on that same thing. Let's see. Anyway, I have a problem with how the game works right now. Like, I'm trying to fix this shit, and it's pissing me off that Codex cannot figure out to save his goddamn life how to just fix a simple bug. And I could look in the code, right? But as far as I could tell, there was nothing anchoring the character. So I don't know what's causing the bug just yet. Let's see. What is it doing? Okay. It's trying to do something like move the character. I think it's because it's using pathfinding on your character. We might need to disable the tutorial. Let's see. Temp disable tutorial in live games. But for me, Smarty Car 23, add a way to preview it with a little button on on screen so that I can try it. Maybe that's it. Maybe I need to temporarily disable the tutorial so I can push the update, because the problem is other updates that are really important are dependent on this. Right now, the actual main core loop is broken, but everything's hanging on the fact that I can't even move. And I have a hunch, and yes, I know the UI up in the top right is all screwed up. It's off the screen. Many people have mentioned that. I know that. I'm not blind. I assure you, I can see that too. But Codex has fixed move before I can post this. All right, let's see. Codex sucks. Use Claude. Thank you, Dad, for your comment. I will need to use your Claude. Codex does suck. Thank you. I feel like I'm preaching to the choir sometimes because so many people like to glaze, Codex for no reason. But Claude is the GOAT. Claude mogs Codex every day of the week. We will see, because some people call me a hypocrite. They're like, oh, you just said that Codex was better last week. It's like, no. They release new models all the time. These guys one-up each other every week, and I'm just trying to keep up. We're all trying to keep up. What is better, Claude? What is better, Codex? It changes. It changes very often. Right now, Claude is mogging Codex. If Codex releases a proper model, GPT 5.6 Sol Ultra is the name of the best new model. If that model ends up being as powerful as they claim, which is more powerful than the best model from Claude Fable, Anthropic, if it's better than that, I will say Codex is better, but it has to prove better in actual usage. Like, real talk, it does not matter if they say it's better than Fable on the numbers. Oh, it's 10% better. Based on what? Is it better when I actually use it? That's what actually matters. Who cares about the arbitrary benchmarks? I want to actually test it. Let's see. Fable's back. I know. I don't have it right now. Here, use my login information for Claude. ... Yes. I'll just log in straight from chat. Sent happy poop for 10 joules. Mr. Pudrans. Thank you very much. Wapow. You made a great point to not get bogged down by a dream game. Make simple stuff that's fun and find what works. Yes, dude. That is literally how it works, man. Also, the game is complete. I got the map generation assets, and all that's left is UI. I'll post it, and I can share the game when it comes out. Okay. But here's the thing, right? Just because you have that done, here's what I'm saying to you, bro, does not mean the game will be successful. That's the hard truth. You can make a super high quality game. You can put all the systems into it. You can make beautiful UI, and the game can still flop miserably. And you can do that multiple times and flop miserably on the games. That's just how it is. Like, if it doesn't hit the exact right mark, like if you don't have like a bulletproof aim, you hit the target straight on exactly with 100% accuracy. Like, everything in the game is locked on. The idea's hooking, the retention's high, your stats are high, the monetization's good. If everything isn't hitting, we're basically at a point where your game will fail. And maybe I'm exaggerating slightly, but you basically need to hit the mark near 100 right now to succeed on Roblox. If something is off, one thing can kill the entire game. That's basically how it is at this point. Let's see. Again, I'm not trying to hate, and I'm sure a beginner, but it's important to get 3 metrics of time spent, retention, monetization, and player coming back. Yes, it is. But I'm saying to you that maximizing those metrics often does not come from one game. Usually does not come from one game. And second, you may think you're optimizing those metrics by making the game so good. And I respect your effort, bro. You probably are putting a lot of work in. But it doesn't mean the metrics will be high. It doesn't mean that. You can do all types of shit. You can check all the boxes on paper, and the game can still feel boring. Or it can still fail to get players to come back. And often it's for a reason you don't even know. You don't know it as a dev. You don't know why. And that's why I say launch a lot of darts at the board. Because I don't know what idea is going to hit with players until it hits. Just like YouTube. And I know YouTube's a totally different game altogether. It's way easier to succeed on YouTube than it is on Roblox with development. But like, development on Roblox is extremely hard right now. But YouTube, it's really easy to have a video blow up. But it is something that is based on quantity. If I put out a lot of videos, I don't know which ones will always hit. Like, sometimes I have an inkling. I'll be like, okay, this is a popular topic. That doesn't mean it will hit. Roblox is similar. Like, you can launch out a lot of games, and you won't know which one will hit. I think that there's an element of not luck, but just learning market demand through volume and through actual market contact, not by just theory. Like, theory is not going to get you players on its own. Let's see. Is there a way to use Claude and Codex at the same time? Yeah, you can do that. I mean, link them for one project. Yeah, there's ways to do that, but I don't know if it's necessarily worth it. Let's see. Let's see. I'm too bad for Claude. Let's see. I like Cursor now that SpaceX bought them. I'm hopeful the Composer model is really good. Yeah. The Composer model is not good right now, but people are saying it's really economical, and I'm sure that's true. So if you find it to be useful, that's great. I would not ever consider it because it's dumber than Codex, which is already stupid. But hey, if it helps you, great for you. They do need to work on training it up. For real, if you want to use my Claude, let me know. Just use Fable. You can use half a session. All right, thanks, Dad. My dad is in chat offering his Claude. I appreciate that. I know you need it. I will use Opus if I log in. My Claude is my Codex is not working. Like, I've been trying to fix these bugs. It's just completely broken. So I probably have to do that. Let's see. Did it disable? Because I told it to disable the tutorial, which I think is what's causing all of the bugs right now. I'm sorry, I remember your best games was something about poop or something. What type of game was that? Cash grab or simulator? It wasn't really either. It was just a really simple game. It was a poop game. We also had a game called Sussy Imposter Land. We had a lot of dumb meme games, and those blew up, you know? And they made us some money. What can I say? Let's see. Why the fuck is this shit still being broken? Like, dude, have you made any viral games? Yeah, I've made a somewhat viral game. Not as viral as Grow a Garden, not as viral as even something with 1,000 CCU, but I've had millions of visits in the past on the group Jimmy Games. But this question gets me because I don't have one right now. Right? This question is the question that, yeah, I can answer it, but it's like, it's not the answer I'd like to give you, if you know what I mean. Like, I would like to be able to point to a game right now that has 3,000 CCU and be like, I have this is big, this is successful right now. I can't do that right now. I am trying, but trying's not enough. I already said that earlier. Like, your effort doesn't matter. You have to make a game. You have to learn the skill of making a game that actually gets players, which is something else entirely. It's not what people think it is. Let's see. I need to switch to... Let's see. I need to switch to something else here. I need to switch to... Let's see. Claude. I don't think the whole problem, though, is that I'm using Codex. Part of it is that my tool is broken, but let's see. I don't think it's broken, it just has an issue. Let's see. One second. I'm going to log into my dad's Claude, so I can't really open that on screen right now. Is this? Paint Wars. Okay. Back. Claude AI. That's all. Here we go. One sec. We'll be back in the development process here in a moment. Let's see. Sent Dad the link. Boom. Boom, bada boom, bada boom, boom, boom. Opening my stream back up on my screen here. I don't have it open. Wish you luck again. Thanks for the Codex Sync guide to help me save time. Glad to hear it, bro. Appreciate you as well. Grow Garden didn't blow up from only using sponsoring as marketing, by the way. Well, of course not. It blew up from using the algorithm, like most games that blow up. As in, they made a game that people really wanted to play, and Roblox responded to that because the stats are really good. So, of course, they were going to push it more. It doesn't come from sponsoring. Sponsoring just gives you the initial push to hopefully get it in front of the players who would then boost it up in the algorithm. But that does not guarantee that you grow your game. Like, sponsoring does not guarantee growth because you could get players and you can fake the perception that, oh, this game is really big, even when it's not. Because you can put a lot of money on a sponsor and now, oh, look, I've got 500 players. They've got 200 players. Yeah, but do those players come back? Probably not. That's usually how it is. So that's why a lot of games will sponsor. You think, oh, this is going to help. But it doesn't have any lasting impact because the game doesn't work for the players. They don't like it. There's something wrong with it that makes them not want to come back. It's just a bad idea, whatever it happens to be. Shit. That is so damn loud. You can hear us texting. One sec. Yo, the paint not working game. I know, we're trying to fix that shit, but this retard Codex. Sorry, Claude. Don't mean to do you dirty like that. Codex is not fixing the issues, so we're switching to Claude. Timer's stuck. I know, there's issues, dude. We're on it. We're on it. Yeah, no, Codex is a retarded dumbass who can't get anything right. And I mean that. Okay, I'm into his account. I've hacked into my dad's account. No, he gave me access. My dad has lended us the Claude sub. And now we're back to showing this on stream. Fuck Codex. Stream back up. Why is this playing me double? Okay, anyway. Wowzers, where is Roblox Studio? I have too much shit open, like usual. Okay. Codex, if you figured it out. I doubt it. Let's see. He said, don't use Fable. That's crazy work. All right, let's see. I kind of need to send all this context in. Let's see. Why is it struggling? Let's see. Why are all my damn Visual Studio Code windows on the same screen? I am opening a new desktop. Hang on, my computer might lag, which will lag the stream, but this procedure will only take a moment. Everything decided to move. Hang on. The hell is it? Okay. Where's Visual Studio, dude? Did I move it? I think I moved it already. Wrong one. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get in here. Come on. Come the fuck on. All this shit is open on the other screen now, covering up my view. Okay, there we go. He bypassed the mainframe. Yes, I have. I have hacked into the mainframe. Hell yes. And I needed to. Boy. Boy, oh boy. Yo, paint work now. Yeah. That's called luck, my friend, not the game being fixed. Let's see. Glad that it's working right now, but it is not a permanent fix. The hell? Where did my window go, dude? Cannot find this shit. I mean, some games that can get lucky and a famous YouTuber tries it and it can boost their player count up. Yeah, a famous YouTuber can help boost a player count up, but if the game is ass and a YouTuber plays it, it's going to have the same impact as a sponsor. The player count will go up for like 5 minutes and then everybody's going to forget about it. Oh, what game was that? I don't know. Flamingo played it 5 days ago, but nobody gives a shit about it because it's garbage. Yeah, that's basically what'll happen. Is the game will look on paper like, oh, it's doing well, but that's just because the YouTuber or the streamer blew it up for a few minutes. Let's see. But then it just dies. Like, it goes back down to 0 players. Like, it grows to 500, 1,000 CCU. And then it drops back down to 0 a few days after the video stops popping off. So that is not a magic bullet. I wouldn't rely on that instead of having a fun game. Hello, Diddy Blood currently programming a game? What, dude? What? You don't make no sense. Let's see. How has Codex been treating you? Horribly. So bad, I am getting rid of Codex. We have Claude in the house. Sheesh. Hate this mofo. I hate Codex now. I just absolutely despise it. It does not work. I will change my mind. Everybody's going to say, oh, you changed your mind. Like next week. I kid you not. If GPT 5.6 Sol Ultra, which is their new model that they haven't released yet, is better. If that drops and that is better than GPT 5.5 and better than Claude Fable and better than Opus 4.8, I will say Codex is good again. It sounds like I'm flip-flopping, but really I'm not. It's just that AI is changing so fast. The rate of AI development is so high that anybody who's actually using the models will often sound like a flip-flopper because these companies are constantly in competition, headbutting, trying to be the top dog. And right now it's Claude, and they've been mogging Codex for a minute. But now it's Codex's turn, it's OpenAI's turn to release something better, to release GPT 5.6. They're just taking forever, partly because the government was telling them, oh, delay it because it's so dangerous, blah, blah, blah. Like they were controlling Claude's release of Fable and not letting people use it for weeks. Thank God they brought it back, but just the neutered version is way dumber, according to many people on X in their tests of it. But at least we got it back. The government was lumping in the new Codex model before it's even out, GPT 5.6 Sol Ultra, and saying, oh, this might have the same risk of hacking into the mainframe of the government. And they shut it down because of the same exact reason. So we'll see what happens. This is the next viral game idea, 999 ideas later. Yeah, that's why you don't fucking say every game idea you make that, oh, this is the next viral game idea, this is the next viral game idea, because you're getting your hopes up. Treat every idea like an experiment. You can be slightly hopeful, but I mean, you don't want to sit here getting yourself all jacked up and then having nothing come of it and having the game flop repeatedly. So, yes, you will have repeated flops, but your expectation determines whether or not you're going to be disappointed by that. And that's why I tell people to make simple games first, because if you have a high expectation for a game, you spend a year on it, and the game fails, yeah, you probably are going to be pretty goddamn disappointed. But if you spent a week, you might still be disappointed the game fails, but much less so because you invested less in it. And that's a huge reason why I say that. How do you even deal with engagement players? I spent over $270 on ads and manage only 170 engaged players. I deal with those. I don't deal with those. I'm still figuring out how. It's very hard. I'm resorting to thinking you might need to only make a game for adults. That's a hypothesis. Test it. Try making a game for adults. Everybody's out here trying to make games for kids because that's what us as Roblox devs are used to. That's what we think will be the easiest. But you might want to change course if you don't have 100K big bucks, Robuckaroonies to give the big old Roblox Corp and Bazooki himself, because otherwise you're going to have to build your game up to 500 highly engaged users, which is not as simple as it sounds. It's not having 500 CCU, 500 people at the same time. It's not having 500 visits. It's having 500 highly engaged users, which is measured basically on how people spend money on Roblox and whether they're verified, and of course whether they're over 16. That's a lot of boxes to check. That's going to be hard. You will have to have a lot of inflow and a lot of players for that to even get close to being hit. So yeah, I'm thinking it comes down to the idea itself. Like a lot of what I'm talking about, everybody wants to say, oh, improve the analytics, improve the retention, blah, blah, blah. A lot of shit is pre-analytics. I'm talking about pre-analytics, pre-release. Is the idea even something that would hook in the market? Like maybe people didn't like Be a Firework because fireworks were just cooked from the start. Just a theory. Maybe nobody gives a shit about being a firework. That is something that I thought about my recent game release. Maybe that was it. I don't know. But I made a game called Ride a Nuke. I figured that could be bigger. I think that one didn't succeed because it wasn't really, I didn't really work on it that hard. I didn't polish it. I mainly just reskinned the Be a Firework. I didn't really keep experimenting with it, and I didn't really sponsor it that long, so I haven't given that one a fair test. But my theory behind that one stands. It was that people care more about being a nuke than being a firework. And maybe Be a Firework may get some more growth in the coming 2 days when 4th of July is so close. And actually on the day of 4th of July, I will be making sure to sponsor it on that day if I have some money to do so, which I should. But yeah, how much have you spent on ads? I've spent a lot of money. I've spent like $80 on ads recently across multiple games. Something like that. $60 or $70. I don't know the exact amount. I've spent like $20-$30 on ads just across multiple days. I do a small amount per day on my tests. Let's see. You admit that sponsoring can be a weak way to get your game out there. So if you want to get your game out there, why are you only using sponsors? At least from what I've seen, it seems that way. My guy, you're watching the other way that I get my games out there right now. It is called streaming, my friend. So no, I do not only use sponsors. Why do I seem to only use sponsors? Why do I rely on it so much? Because sponsors, I've said they're weak. I haven't really said they're weak. I've just said sponsors and the algorithm and Roblox as a whole is weak right now for getting your game out there. I think it's a hard market right now. I think it's a hard ecosystem. I think it's hyper competitive, and sponsors fall in line with that. Sponsors have not had a massive impact, but I still use them because what other option do we have? What, TikTok? I'm not trying to make content. I'm trying to make games. So maybe I could make TikToks, right? I haven't done that on these new games. So I could give it a shot, right? I'm not opposed to it. But the reason I do sponsors is because they're there. They're easy. You can click, pay a bit of money, get your game out there. Could I try other methods? Absolutely. But right now I'm good with sponsors and with the stream. The thing is, though, sponsors, another reason why I do sponsors is they're very good for collecting data. I get to know if people actually want to click my game by doing a sponsor. I get the CTR, the click-through rate. So I know, this game has 4% click-through rate. That means people, they click this thumbnail and they want to jump into this game, but they don't want to jump into this one. Or this thumbnail worked, this one didn't. I get that data. So I like that sponsorships are very data-backed, and I get instant guaranteed results. A TikTok doesn't have guaranteed results because the TikTok can flop. Because I'm paying Roblox money, they are forced to put my shit out there. They're forced to show it to 100,000, 500,000, however many thousand people. And that means that I'm getting some reliable data. I'm paying for reliable data from sponsors more than I'm paying for players. And I think that's kind of how it is right now. Oftentimes, we think we're advertising our games. No, motherfucker. You were just paying for data. You were paying for information that will help you to maybe grow your game or another game. It might just be a throwaway project that fails, but ended up just being another piece of learning, another piece of data, another piece of information on what players want or don't want, usually what people don't want. So you can make the next game more likely to hit, which is, it's just a process of iteration. Especially if you do that in public, people are going to shit on you for it because they're seeing all the failures. They're going to see, oh, he made a game, it failed. He made a game, it failed. He made a game, it failed. Yeah. The thing is, most devs who are successful had to go through a process like that. They just aren't crazy enough to turn on the camera and go live while they do it. I am, so I pay the cost for that. Oh, your game, it sucks, your UI sucks, blah, blah, blah. You're going to get shit on all over the place. People are going to come from all angles because it's so easy. Because your games are failing. I'm not stupid. I know they're failing. I'm telling you that right now, that we are in a grind phase, and yes, many of these are going to fail before a new one succeeds. I'm not going to stop because, one game failed. I'm not going to sit here also and over-polish because one game failed. I'm not going to be like, Be a Firework failed. That means let's spend 20 more hours on it. I'm like, no, if the game failed, let's jump games. Let's jump ship. If this ship is sinking, let's jump onto another ship. That's how I think. Do I always think you should jump ship? No. But I think you should stay on the ships that actually stay afloat. So I'm still finding that ship. I'm boarding ships right now. Everybody thinks I'm trying to make a ship that sails all the way across the sea. No, I'm boarding ships. I'm seeing which one doesn't fucking sink before I build on it some more and then sail, right? So I'm like sitting here testing a lot of game ideas. I'm seeing which one even floats, which one even has the chance. We're not in a Roblox market like we were in like 2010 where I could just sit here and be like, you know what? I have this idea. I'm going to put it out there. And look, there's 30 people in it, and I didn't even try that hard. I spent like a week, I didn't even spend that much effort. I made it with my friend. We aren't in old Roblox. We aren't in mid-tier Roblox. We're in new Roblox. And new Roblox is it's competitive. It's based on releasing games, knowing how to optimize stats. It's more important to know how to optimize stats and how to optimize the fun of a game and how to optimize just maximizing retention, maximizing players coming back after 30 days, 30-day retention, maximize engagement, maximize monetization. All the stats you see, maximize playthrough rate, lower bounce rate, all the stats you see in your creator dashboard, that's where the game is at. That's where your head has to be at now. And I'm showing in public like the hard part of trying to crack the code on that before you've had a big game in a while. I've had a decent-sized game in the past, but now it's been a minute. I'm trying to build my new ones, and it's like climbing up a goddamn extremely steep hill with your bare hands. So that's how it is, and it's definitely different now than it ever was. Can you please revise scripting secrets? Yes, I'll work on it. I will work on it, man. Haters gonna hate. Got to keep up the grind. Yep. Yes, you do. But what I'm saying is, haters gonna hate. Whatever. But what I'm pointing out is it's easy for them to hate when what? When there's something to hate on, which is failed games. The reason people don't release their games, the reason they don't do live streams like this is because they know when you're releasing games and that shit fails, you've just created a spot, a hole in the tower where they can attack. They can attack you because it's so damn easy. So you're making it easy for them. But that's fine, right? You are paying the price to get in public. I'm paying the price of haters, like whatever, right? To get data, to get people to play the games, to get people to test them, to get people to tell me what bugs are broken, all that shit. Because now I've gotten so much free QA. And even the haters sometimes will, surprisingly, give a decent grain of good feedback. So, I mean, one of the best things I've done is live stream development. Let's see if Claude, and finally Claude's got this new update in. Let's see if it's working. It's still fucked up. I'm still stuck in the ground. You consistently stream to less than 50 viewers as of currently, so I don't think streaming is your true marketing method. It's my genuine input. Bullshit, my friend. And I'm going to say bullshit, not out of hate, but out of this fact. What you don't realize is I have guys in this chat who've spent hours grinding my game. So I may not get a massive quantity. You are right. but I will get a massive amount of playtime and often a good amount of Robux from some of my most dedicated guys in here. So thank you very much. Streaming provides high intent players, people who are high quality users. Fuck volume. Most players don't even spend money or spend very long in your game, no matter what game you own. Even if you go and grow a garden, average players don't do shit. So what streaming does is it creates fans who spend a lot of time, and they spend a massive amount of effort trying to grind to get to the top of the leaderboard. Ask Darth Anonymous, ask R5, ask these guys in chat who have been grinding like to get to the very top. And you might say, oh, that's not that many people. It doesn't matter. Those are your whales. It doesn't matter if they came from stream, doesn't matter if they came from sponsors, but they're much more likely to come from stream. And it does matter, because these guys are guys who are already interested in me, what I do, the channel. They created more high quality users from the start and boosted the stats. You might say, oh, it's artificial, they like you so much. Maybe partially, but they're still users. And that's real Robux now that I've earned from having those dedicated people in here who are much more likely to be engaged than a sponsorship user. So it's more like quality over quantity. When these streams grow, yes, they will absolutely be a better marketing method. But in the meantime, like in terms of volume, but in the meantime, quality is a real role, as well as the feedback you get, the information you get, the refinement ideas, the bugs you get. That all helps you to refine it for everybody. Gang trying to distract us from the fact that his lamp owes me money, by the way. Yep, you got me. My lamp owes you money of it, apparently. Yeah, I gotta respect this guy. He's putting in real work in his stuff. Thank you, Epic Flux. You're a badass. You are a G. Yes. Let's see. I thought you knew how to script, but I saw some of your vids on my homepage, but maybe I'm tripping. No, my friend. I know how to script. I just don't like to be a fucking turtle. I like to actually code quickly, thank you very much. So I will use Claude. Surprise, surprise. Let's see. When do you think one of your ships are going to stay afloat? It seems like all of them are sinking. Yes, I'm aware that I have made 5 new ships, and they are all sinking. I don't fucking know, okay? I've just been spending the last... How much time has this been live? Telling you... I do not know which game will be successful. It's all about goddamn volume. How about this? I will have a ship that stays afloat the minute I put out 100 games. If I put out 100 games and I don't have one of those fucking succeed, fuck it. I'll just stop. But if I release 5, that's nothing. Right? That's really nothing. There's so many games on Roblox. You need a lot of shots on goal. And that's really my point, is I've released 5 recently. That ain't shit. So it's not about, oh, you've had games as a failing, is blah, 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 you're doomed because you just suck. No, it's about volume. Oftentimes, you can be a skilled dev. I'm a skilled dev. I've done this for years. And still fail, right? You can have volume because... And you can have skill and still fail because why? You didn't put out enough. You can have 5 games. That seems like a lot. It's not. You need 20 because you don't know which idea will actually resonate with players until you put it out there. People didn't know Grow a Garden would be so damn big until they put it out there and it grew to like 20 million players, however much it had at peak last summer. So oftentimes we do not know what the market will want. We test it. So I'm full transparency. I have not tested enough ideas. So I don't know. 100 is a guess, right? But I'm saying that to make a point, right? And would I literally stop at 100? Maybe not, right? I'd probably keep going. But my point is, I would probably lean into other ways of making money, be like, fuck it. I'll put more of my time into something else that pays off more. But my point is made. It's about volume. And a lot of people say, oh, focus on one game, focus on one game. I am not somebody who's going to sit here and focus on one game. Like, one game it's one bet. I'm not going to bet everything on one small bet. I'd rather make many tiny bets and see which ones hit rather than just hoping one works. Releasing one sniper shot and praying it hits is not a strategy. Let's see. Scripting secrets, come on, bro. I know it definitely needs more content. Thank you for letting me know, bro, and I appreciate you being in there. Let's see. Is your lamp created at runtime? Yep, you got me, bro. You have got me. Skilled developer in America or India? All right, buddy. You got to clarify what that's supposed to mean before you go any further. If you can't make a game with at least 1K CCU after 10 tries, this shit ain't for you. Bullshit. And by the way, I don't know if you know, Poopland was near that. Let's see. All right, let's see what Cloud Code is cooked up. What the actual fuck, dude? All right, here we go. Does having ads on kill home wrecks? No. It's just ads don't necessarily mean more home wrecks, because if you get players from sponsors and they don't come back, it does not affect home recommendations because it's counted as, oh, these players came from a sponsor, it didn't come from home. So just because you spent $500 doesn't mean home is going to suddenly pick you up and be all generous to you. Just how it works. Has it figured this shit out? Let's see. I didn't even realize this game had rebirths. I didn't even realize my own game had that. All right, let's see. Didn't know your own game had rebirths. Yep. I mean, are you as a skill developer in India or a skill developer in America? That sounds like a trick question, my friend. I'm not going to answer that. Let's see here. We got... Where the fuck is it? Shop frame. Let's see. Paint Wars HUD. Let's see. Stats panel. Objective. Minimap. Main. Where the hell is this thing? Oh, here we go. Okay. Skins. Open paint shop. Why is this button right here? Let's see. UI list layout. Okay. Position. Swatches. Okay. Okay. There we go. Oh, way better. Now I can actually read that UI. Holy shit, dude. Yo, when UI fixed in Paint, I'd like to play the game, but not working. I know, I'm trying. Do you deal with burnouts when you get frustrated? No, I just get more motivated when I get frustrated. If I seem fucking frustrated this stream, it's because I am. And I would like a game to succeed. Thank you very much. When I get frustrated, I'm fired up to do more shit and launch more games. When I get frustrated, I want to fucking do 10 times more of the shit that I'm frustrated at. I want to push out even more projects when the shit's failing and it's making me mad that it's failing, and when Claude is breaking or Codex is breaking and it can't fix the bug. I am most motivated then. I'm not somebody who sits here and focuses on motivation. I focus on continuity. I focus on keeping this shit going. I focus on keeping the stream going. I focus on just doing this every day. Not consistency, continuity, which there's a difference. And motivation comes as a result of that. It will fade and wane, but it is energy. I mean, I don't see why being pissed off would be demotivating. I see that as motivation. Let's see, is the only point of running ads to get initial data for organic algorithm, or could you potentially just release a game and never run ads? It's really unlikely that you could release a game and never run ads and have it succeed, if that's what you mean. Unless the game is really good, but you'd have to have inflow to begin with, like your friends or somebody. People would have to find it and then invite other people. If it's just such a damn good idea that it spreads by word of mouth, sure. But you're going to have at least somebody walk in the door to tell everybody else. So... yeah, if the game is really good, if you had Grow a Garden sitting there, but it has a blank thumbnail, the guy doesn't tell a soul, he doesn't have do big by it, and he's just like, oh, I published the game, no thumbnail, it isn't even titled Grow a Garden, it's just titled Untitled Experience. Grow a Garden would fail, right? So you have to tell somebody, you know. So this idea that we can just blow up our game just by having it sit there as a published project and hope Untitled Experience can blow up, no, fuck no. That people are just going to think it's a base plate. Let's see. It's not a trick question. Maybe your role as a developer would be better suited if you were in India. It sounds like a trick question, my dude. I don't know what the hell you mean by that, but honestly, I'm just going to mute you because you sound like you're trolling. But anyway, now I understand I've had my moments where I first started. I burn out. The more I keep the consistency, the less I deal with it. Well, it's not even consistency, because what matters is, am I continuing from where I left off? Consistency is this idea that, oh, if I just keep on doing it, man, you know, every single day, the reps will pay off. That's bullshit. What matters is continuity, right? Continuity is different because continuity remembers shit. Like, I could be sick for 1 week, but if my project is still saved in studio and I still go back to the same project and I still go live on the same stream and all the people remember what I was working on, that is continuity. It remembers the state of things. Consistency is just saying, oh, if I just blindly repeat shit, it will work. Like, if I work in studio every day, things will work out, bro. It will just work out magically through hard work. I already said, fuck effort. Nobody cares about effort. They don't care about any of that. They just care about the end product. You're not going to be releasing any end products if you're starting a new game every day and not publishing it, right? That's discontinuity. Like, you're changing direction every single day. There are very consistent motherfuckers out there who work on their shit every day, but they're starting a new business every day and they don't launch a product. They're starting a new channel every day and they don't launch. They're doing new shit every day and they never release it. I know I make a lot of games. I make new games every day. And sometimes that does shoot me in the foot slightly, right? A couple too many. But they do get out there. Some of them do hit the light of day. So there is continuity there, as in it doesn't break. Like, I'm not stopping this project and not getting it out there all of a sudden. I'm not letting that line break, right? But it's the same thing on stream, right? My chat remembers what I was doing. Even if it was last week, even if it was a week ago, I got sick at the start of June. My chat remembered who I was. It's not like they forgot. It's not like my biggest regulars forgot because I wasn't consistent for that week. I was streaming every single day, and then I got sick and couldn't stream every day, right? Well, they picked up right where they left off. Continuity. They remembered the state of things. They remember what I was working on. They remember who I am. It's the same thing for YouTube videos. If I don't upload in a month, my most dedicated viewers remember. So I think continuity matters more than consistency, and continuity doesn't care if you skip a day. It cares if you're continuing the same shit. It cares if you're continuing the same game. Not consistency, I meant more like the context of continuity, like you said. Yeah, continuity matters more than consistency, and honestly, it's crazy that more people don't talk about that. I'm the only person who I know of who does. Let's see. Though some people will, I'll give it to them. Some people try to reframe consistency, but they don't really hit the nail on the head, if you ask me. Let's see. Please test now. Okay, let's do it. Publishing has been my main goal. Instead of focusing on a perfect game, I guess I'm starting to believe more in building in public, but the harsh truth is the brick wall. Well, the brick wall. Did I say brick wall? Because, okay, now I'm spawning in the air. What the hell? Yeah, I'm not saying there's a permanent brick wall. I'm just saying there's not a brick wall as in it permanently blocks you. I'm just saying it's harder to break through it. I'm not saying it's impossible. So don't let it make you think that. But it's like it takes a lot of force to break through the fourth wall of development now, whatever you want to call it, and get your game in the algorithm. It takes a really damn good game on every axis to do so, and it has to be aligned with market demand, and that's not easy. Let's see. I'm wondering if HomeRex even pushes your game at all without any paid traffic. First, never, unless you got traffic from externally. Like, did you get traffic from your friends playing it? Did you get traffic from people sharing the game to people in the game? Like, you can press the share button. Did you get traffic from TikTok? If nobody has any way to find the game at all, you're cooked. But you said the keyword paid. So paid is not the only way to promote. You can also promote for free. If you're promoting for free, your game will probably be able to get in HomeRex if it's good, very good, hits the mark on all the analytics. It's no different from doing it paid. It's just it takes more effort. It takes more time. Unless you have like a ton of friends and then they all play, they get hooked, and then they invite more friends, and then, you know, algorithm picks on it that way, but that's really unlikely. you probably need more volume than just your friends. So you're kind of left at a loss if you're trying to grow your game just through, say, free methods, unless you have massive TikToks or people who just share the hell out of it. Like everybody shares your game with 4 other people, and it just multiplies like a virus because it's that goddamn good and engaging and sticky. Let's see. Because people be trying to turn off ads because it's junk traffic, but not sure if that's bullshit. No, that's bullshit, dude. It is bullshit. Let's see. What's the goal of the game? The goal of the game is Paper.io. It's basically to claim the whole map, but it's just, I wish it would actually fucking work. I'm using my dad's Claude right now. Hopefully it's on Claude and not Fable, damn it. Opus 4.8, yeah. But basically, we're just trying to get it to fix these bugs, because you can't play the damn core loop. You can't play the main point of the game if there's a bug in the way. If there's a big old roadblock, which is what we have right now. So I'm trying to cook that shit, but it ain't easy, right? It is not instantaneous. So let's see here. The point of the game is basically to expand your fucking trail. But see, I'm like getting frozen. Like, what the fuck? What? I'm getting frozen walking after several seconds still. Aggressively attack this issue with sub-agents tearing apart every piece of code that modifies movement or anchors player, etc., and aggressively fix the issue after those reports are in and converged. When you talk in all caps to Claude, you know it's serious. Holy shit. How long have you been scripting for? I've been scripting since 2021, but now I script with vibe coding, which I've been doing since the end of January-ish, start of February. Months. Months and months. After bugs are fixed, please make paint more smooth. I see a lot of lines when I walk. I'm fixing that because there was a big issue where it's using terrain to live update every second what's happening and how it's moving along. It needs to just be a trail. It needs to just be an effect. So we're fixing that, my friend. Thanks for letting me know that you found that an issue too, because I also noticed that. Yo, what vibe coding means? Is that AI only code? Yep. What are your favorite libraries? I don't really use many. I probably should, but I do not. I like, if you count it as a library, profile service, you know, but I don't really use libraries. If you know any good ones, let me know. Let's see. Smarty, do you think big studios could help push your games if you make a deal with them? Maybe, right? I would think about working with a big studio, because fuck it. I mean, here's my GoPro. Let's see. Distraction. But yes, I would do that if I had the right idea, the right deal. They could definitely help. I think that would be a lifeline for me. Something that helps in my situation right now with not having a big game, not growing my games, having a lot of failures, having a lot of flops, going through a grind patch, you know. It would be useful to do that. So I would definitely sign up for that type of thing. Let's see. No, because people, okay. No, it doesn't demotivate me at all. Still pushing. Guess I just tune in because I also hope to see you succeed. Given some similar ideas on new Roblox developments. Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. Let's succeed together, Mr. Puta LLL. Let's see. Has this shit been fixed? All 4 audits. Alright, my read is this is frozen at ground level and a confronted pose at the spectacle height. A clean elimination. Why the fuck is this happening? Could it be a network issue? Network ownership freeze. Does this happen? Let's do something here. Okay, fuck it. The game is... Let's just publish it. Because the game's already broken. What does it matter if I publish this update when it isn't done? Like, what does it matter? Let's just test it. Let's test the current state, because maybe it's only broken in studio. That's like a... That's throwing out a damn hope to the wind, but it might be that. Let's see. Restart servers. Get out. Get out. Get out at once. Let's see. Use superpowers plugin for debugging. I'll have to look into that. I don't know what that is, but we will have to do that. Hey, check it out, dude. Oh, I am getting frozen in public servers. Holy shit. Fuck that. Why is that happening? I do not know. Self-cut elimination. Maybe there's a bug. I didn't check. Maybe, I mean, obviously there's a bug, but I mean, maybe there's something in output. I'm stuck like rock in one spot. I know. That's what I'm trying to fix right now. What's pissing me off that these agents can't fix. Let's see. Is it out? Is not. Hey, that could be an issue. Let's see. It seems like it's found the problem. So we're just kind of waiting on Claude to fix this shit. Luckily, Claude is way better than Codex for this shit, but we'll see. Is it recommended by Claude team for systematic debugging? What do you mean? Why do all these quick 5 coded games have 0 CCU? Wouldn't it be better to combine that effort into 1 or 2 games and actually get players? What game, bro? If you have a game, let me know. Until everybody loves to come with this ambiguous critique. Oh, AI games don't work. All right, then what do I make instead? I'm all ears. I'm here listening. I got my paper out. Let's hear your idea. Crickets. Nothing. You guys don't have anything specific. Like, okay, what is the game idea you think I should make instead? Once you have a specific idea, then we can talk. Until then, I don't want to hear it, dude. Is the Roblox AI garbage? Let's see. I don't think the streaming... the Roblox AI is shit. Yeah, it's retarded. I don't think the streaming is effective marketing. Remember that popular, successful Roblox games gain lots of traction from stuff like TikTok clips. Again, dude. What are you saying? Oh, turn off the stream. Again, bro. It's all about getting some quality users and getting feedback. I agree. You could get way more players from TikToks. I'm not doing TikToks right now. I already told you. I'm just not doing it, okay? So that's been established, right? But if I do streams, that gives more feedback and QA and people trying the game and telling me what the fuck is wrong more than it gives tons and tons of players. So what it's giving me is information. It's giving me data. It's giving me feedback that helps me to improve it to get players more than it gives me players directly. That's it. All right, man. There we go. That settles it. Can I DM you? I got a good game idea for you. Yeah, man. Let me know on Discord. SmartyRBX. If you can't message me, join my Discord. SmartyRBX.com/Discord for Smarty devs. So you're in the same server as me, so Discord lets me get DM'd by you. Basically how it works. Yo, you should make reusable systems, make games easy in 1 week, quality and small amount of bugs. I've already done that, dude. I've made a game. I'm reskinning it. It's called Be a Firework. Any game I make that's reskinnable, I'm going to fucking reskin it. Best believe that, man. So you are correct. Let's see. Is it the abilities that's causing the freeze? Nope. It's something else. It's fixing it. It's a server-sided freeze. It seems like it's overactive anti-cheat is what it thinks is the problem. Let's see. Yo, you should... Okay. I already answered all this shit. Cool. Do you have a paid Claude plan? My dad does, and he's very graciously, and I appreciate it, letting me use his plan. But I don't have a plan right now. I'm using my dad's. So we both have had Claude plans. I just did. I wasn't able to pay for mine this month. My money went to Codex, sadly. So I have a $200 Codex plan. But really, Codex sucks, and it's causing a lot of problems. Codex is a dumb fuck. Hey, I just sent an instant. I don't like that one. They don't like my expression. I love you guys send instants on Instagram. My friend always flips me off. Fuck you, Josh. All in love. No homo. No, Josh and I are good friends. It probably doesn't sound like it, but we are. Let them all know I'm live. Half the people on here don't even know I make content about. They're just going to have to guess, you know? $200 for air. Oh, bro said air for a second. No. Yeah, $200 for AI. Yep. Goddamn. $200 per month for sub. What the fuck? That's a lot. Exactly. Exactly, dude. And that's why. Why do you think I can't pay for Claude right now? All my money done went to these fucking sons of bitches at OpenAI. No hate. Well, a little bit of hate towards Codex because he's a dumbass. But yes, let's see. What do you use for icons and thumbnails? Do you create them yourself? I use AI. So I use Forged UI. You know, I use whatever tools available to me. VizBees. I use all the shits. I use all the tools I can. Whatever gives me the best one. VizBees. I'm trying to be as objective as I can. I'm looking at the thumbnails I've generated. VizBees seems to be the best. And I've seen them shill it a lot on Twitter. Obviously, they're the people promoting it, so they're not really a shill. But, you know, they're just promoting their own shit. And it seems like a good one. I mean, I would check that one out. It's just most of these things cost money. So you can do the tutorial. I mean, not the tutorial, the free trial method. Sign up for Rothumb. Sign up for Artly if they ever fix their site and get the normal editor back for images. Damn it. I told the owner, by the way, so hopefully he listens to my feedback. VizBees, try Forged UI, try, what are the other ones? There's plenty of these Roblox AI icon thumbnail design generators. Bro, I swear I remember, you remind me of old Kalis, just a newer version. I don't know who that is, but that's funny. I get that a lot, that you remind me of this guy, remind me of that guy. Cool, I'm proud to be the new version. I didn't know who the first version was, but I guess I've reincarnated. Hello. Putting out TikTok clips take an equal amount of effort as putting out YouTube videos. It'd be a good temporary replacement IMO and probably more effective than concentrated users. My guy, I know you're trying to help, but look, man, I'm more focused on making the actual games than making TikToks. So maybe, I know you could say it's low effort, but I mean, okay, it would contribute to the stream. Do you have an idea? Like, my guy, you're really insisting on this? I don't know what TikToks to make. I'm not good at it. 100%. That's the reason why. I'm avoiding it because I'm not good at it. So tell me what your idea is. My problem is I don't know what to make a TikTok on. That's the honest assessment. So if you have a TikTok idea for my games, tell me. What do you think would blow it up? Because if I sit here and I just play it, it's boring. If I sit here and I do a challenge, it's got to be a good challenge. A challenge could blow up, but you can't just make an ad. Nobody wants to watch an ad. They want to be entertained. And then people have to have a reason to join the game. There's a lot that goes into it. So if you have an actual idea, that would be the biggest help. Because clearly you believe in this method, my guy. So just let me know. Do you have a specific one? I DM you some peak game ideas that are definitely not related to lamps. Definitely. You know, you could make a lamp-related game on Roblox. Maybe lamp combat, throwing lamps at people, some shit like that. Let's see. When streaming, recording in studio, are there certain settings or output settings you turn off to protect sensitive information? I want to get into streaming or making studio vids, but that concerns me. What sensitive information are you concerned about, bro? Showing the scripts? I don't show entire scripts on stream usually. You're always at risk at showing something on screen that you don't want to accidentally when streaming. I mean, just don't show really important scripts that people could exploit, I suppose. But if you're vibe coding, it's not like most shit is going to get out there. The biggest issue would be if you showed credentials, passwords, your social security number maybe would be something you don't want to show on stream. All that shit, you know, you don't want to show. But hey, if it's not personal information, not personally identifiable, it's not hyper exploitable shitty code, you're probably good. I think you're being a bit paranoid. Take the necessary precautions. Don't show your passwords on stream maybe, but you're probably going to be fine as long as you're careful with that stuff. I'd love to be able to believe my current project has a lot of potential. Y'all are sending a lot of messages. Yo, TikTok do work. I see a guy with Troll Tower get 10,000 CCU when he makes TikToks. Yeah. 10,000 CCU is something, dude. 10K CCU. Hey, but he had a good idea. So what was his idea for the content? Because you can have a game. It doesn't matter, though. You need an idea for actual TikToks and shit. Holy shit. Okay, so Mr. Claude is saying he's fixed it. We're just going to raw dog the update, all right? Fuck it. We're going to do it. Everybody join. It's in chat. Do you know that disconnect from 192 thing? Whenever it shows my IP when I end the test and output. Whatever, dude. Whatever. It is what it is. People can get your IP in a lot of different ways. What's the worst that'll happen? What, is somebody going to swat you? Unlikely. Unless you're big and hated. Like, very hated. Holy shit, why the fuck is it still broken? It's still borked. Alright, let's see. It's borked. Let's see. I'll check the script myself. Oh no, he's showing the code on screen. He's cooked. Unless that's not my IP, look it up. I don't know if it is your IP. It shows in the playtests. I don't know what that is. I didn't even think about that. Maybe just don't start playtests on stream if you're concerned about that. Yo, why the AI not fixing the bug? I want to play the game, but I'm stuck solid. I know, it's pissing me off too, dude. I'm looking myself. Adorny part. Oh. Root part dot anchored. I think it's this. Recover character movement if stuck. Root part dot anchored equals false. Root part dot anchored equals true. Okay. Why don't I just comment out everywhere that turns the root part to be anchored? Oh no. There. Okay. There we go. Alright, well that didn't do anything. So I don't think it's just the character being anchored. I don't know. Why the fuck is this happening? Here's the output, dude. Mister. Is that it? Claude is saying it's tracking the freeze. Why is this happening, dude? Is it set state? Like, what is it called? I forget. Humanoid. What is it called? Humanoid. Roblox documentation. What is it? Humanoid state. Roblox. Yeah, humanoid state type. That's what it is. Humanoid state type. What if it's changing the state type directly? Humanoid state type. Yeah, could it be this? Could it be setting humanoid state type equals active state? Could it be this? There's one part of the code in, let's see, in, what is this? This is movement guard service. Let's see. Wait, no, is this movement? No. RBX character sound? That might be a Roblox script. No, maybe not. Could it be state type change in humanoid? I see this in RBX character sounds. It changes the state type. May change the state type. Because it looks like it's falling, not anchored or stuck. Stuck in falling state. Frozen. It might be the anti-cheat. I really don't know. Like I'm checking. My mind would go to anchored or humanoid state type. But those are the simple problems that could be causing it. I really don't know. Because this is the annoying shit that gets in the way. Because I'm like, I want to release a good game, but if there's bugs, you're just brick walled. So, tough luck. Let's see. Let's see what you guys are talking about in here. Hello, I'm on the big screen. Read your chat, bro. Chill, brother. If you know so much, why don't you have a successful game? Your videos are misleading, and you're selling a $90 scripting course while using AI. My guy, I've been talking about this for the last 2 hours. You clearly have just joined. So, rewind this shit if you want the answer. Why don't you have a successful game? Because it's been a while, and I haven't launched enough shit in the market, and it's based on volume. If you know so much, why don't you have a big game? I don't claim to know how to make a big game. I know the studio skills. I know business knowledge. I don't know how to make a big game in the new Roblox market right now. I have not figured it out. So, I'm open about that. I say that all the time. You must be new around here, my guy. As for selling a scripting course and using AI, AI is how people script now. So welcome to 2026. Welcome to the big 26. You must be new. Chinkus, I don't think that it's that tough. Have a snappy caption, funny in-game moment, and boom, all it takes is recording a quick clip. I doubt it, bro. You can record a quick clip and it can fail. Like, you need a good idea. You need something that hooks. I'm very doubtful that just a clip would be enough. You need like something funny happening in the game. It needs to be a moment, like a story is behind it. Oh, they stole my firework from my base and be a firework. You can't do that, but you know, they stole it. Now I'm trying to get it back. You know, there's a story. Somebody stole my shit in game. It was crazy, you know. And then maybe you're kind of talking about, oh, I have to go get it back, you know. That might be a dumb example. I don't know. I'm just trying to give you like an example of like a story or something that would catch people's attention because it's something that's going on. It's not just, oh, play my game, please. No, that comes off like an ad. Nobody wants to. It's the snack that smiles back. Nobody wants a goldfish ad, dude. They want a damn fun moment in a game that doesn't look like the dev made it and is forcing you to play. So I'm saying, do you have an idea like that, my guy who's pushing me to do TikToks, pressuring me basically to do it? You were very adamant about this. What's your specific idea for my games? If you really are about it, what is your specific idea? That's what I want to hear. Is the trail supposed to disappear? No, not until you reach the end, but that is a later fix. We have a much bigger issue. Your game code is a problem. Your studio's choked. Okay, that isn't it, dude. That's not why. It's broken in-game too. Stuck in falling state. Holy fuck. I was right. But why is it getting set to a falling state, dude? That's what I'm asking. Like, why? Why is it getting put in a falling state? Is it because of main.server.lua, movement freeze tracer? Okay. It just removed this. Redeploy clean main without diagnostic. Oh, is it the diagnostic? Was this in there before? I don't know. See, this is where I'm like, okay, the AI haters have a point. You don't know what's going on in your code. You sacrifice knowing for speed, and that can cause problems. And sometimes I do need to know, okay, what is this code? But Claude wrote it. I don't know what the code does unless I really look through it and try to figure it out, which can take time, especially when it's written like AI spaghetti. It's speed and throughput for understanding. It's the trade-off for sure. Thanks, exactly. Let's see. Again, needs to come naturally. Even with Mecha Chameleon, you'd have to record a playtest with it for at least an hour with a few friends for anything substantial. Exactly. Exactly. All right, Mr. What's this guy's name? Core1TT. Fuck off. I'm muting you. LARP, LARP. Fuck you. Just leave. Anyway, people like you just get removed. All right, anyway. If you can't take an open dev journey and somebody being open about the fact that, yes, I don't have big games right now, so come join me and build one yourself with me while I'm on the grind trying to build a new big game for the first time in years. If you're like, oh, LARP, you are instantly successful the minute you drop a game, so you're a LARP. Fuck you. I don't want you here. This is not the fucking channel for you. Anyway. Yeah, we remove those people quick. Like, dude, just leave. Clearly, you want somebody who's just a magician who waves their wand over every game. It magically blows up. That guy doesn't exist, by the way, besides Do Big. But even them, not even all their games succeed massively. I hate to break it to you. Shh, top secret, right? But, yeah, man, it's a brutal market. What can I say? Volume is the way. Yo, I'm so late. What's good, Smarty? I'm so late right now. It's all good, bro. We're just working on this game. You haven't... I mean, it's been entertaining for sure. It's been a fun ride, but you haven't missed much in terms of actual game development because this shit is... We were fighting Codex. It's retarded. Dad came in clutch and lended us his Claude. So I'm using his Claude. But, damn, what is it? Okay, here's a production... It's trying to figure out why movement is broken, but it's fixed. It's trying to fix that, but it's just being stupid. Let's see. Claude is being stupid too at fixing this one. Like, you just randomly get stuck. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? Why am I randomly stuck? Like, what even happened? I don't know. Is anything in the output that could tell me why? No, there's nothing, dude. Smarty, please give us a UI guide for cartoon UI. I can for AI generated. I'm not generating this myself, just so you know. This is all AI. Which, this is nice UI from AI due to Mike, because Mike is a badass on my team and knows what he's doing. But I'm going to do Holy Output spam, yeah, because I have a bunch of fucking plugins that are fucking things up. Does it freeze while standing still? Let's see. It might be spawn protection. I think it's spawn protection, because you guys saw that. Did you see the timer for spawn protection? When it went down to 0, the spawn protection turned off, and then I was frozen. I think that might be it, so maybe that's the cause. Check if HRP is anchored or similar issues during test on Explorer window. Sure. You think the method is doing AI slop games with this algorithm? I mean, AI slop, I say that facetiously. I don't think my own games are slop. Thank you very much. But I think that AI is essential in this algorithm. Is it essential to make your game only with AI? No. Sometimes I can shoot you in the foot if it's obvious, and I'm aware of that. But I'm taking a different angle from most people in that I try to make the games look like they aren't made by AI, but that takes a lot of work. So you have to be good at using AI. You have to be willing to bang your head against the wall, prompting Claude for 12 hours straight on stream sometimes. And that's what it is. Most people don't have the patience to make a good game with AI. That's why they think every game made with AI is slop, because they don't try to learn how to steer the wheel of Claude to make it actually function in a way that produces something good looking. What's the game? It's called Paint Wars. It's live on Roblox. It's pinned in chat. Play it now. Making a Minecrafty type of game where you get to select a kit like mace or something. I'm currently got the mace in the practice with background music and all. Dude, that's a good idea. I might have to snag that idea. Like a combat game, combat voxel game. I don't know if you're doing that. Dude, you're Aussie. You're inspiring me, because I know that AI can make hella voxel games. It can make blocky generated games, because what is it doing? It's just generating fucking blocks It's not hard for it to generate a Minecraft style game. So UI games and voxel games like Minecraft, actually AI is really good at making because it doesn't need custom assets and 3D models and shit to be super detailed. A combat game where you fight people and it has blocks like Minecraft and you kind of have to mine and kind of like fight people in an arena. I might have to make that. I don't know, because when you said kits, you made me think of League of Legends or Valorant, but also I guess Team Fortress 2. Imagine that all mixed together with a blocky game. I don't know if that's what you're doing, but now you're making me want to make a game like that, because I have made voxel games. I have one on my computer. I have not showed anybody because I think it's a game with really good potential. Everybody wants to say, oh, you're making AI slop. This game is quite the opposite, and it was made by AI. It actually comes off as a really fucking high-quality game, but I am... A lot of people are like, why don't you just polish one game for a long time? I actually kind of am. It's just when I have an idea that I think is so good, I want to polish it for a long time. I don't tend to share those ideas. So I actually do have a couple games that I think, oh yeah, this might actually hit. This might be successful. The one that I haven't shown that I'm thinking of, it is blocky. It is also inspired by kind of a game that was like Minecraft that I used to play as a kid, and I haven't seen anything made like it in years or ever. It was kind of a unique kind of spin-off of Minecraft on Xbox 360, but I want to make it on Roblox, and that was kind of my idea. You have no guides on UI? I know. I could make one. LOL, it's not what I'm making. I'm making it where you can select a kit and it gives you a bunch of tools like Mace. I don't know what Mace is, but you made me think Valorant x Minecraft with blocky, guns and shit, or not even necessarily blocky guns, just a blocky world, and then fighting. That would be fucking cool. I think people would love that, like an arena game. Like imagine you're fighting in like a futuristic Roman Colosseum on an alien planet with laser rifles in voxel style game, and you can build to protect yourself from other players. That's a fucking banger concept, and that would work with older audience. That would jive with people who are unks like me. Let's see, but the copyright is worrying. I'm not saying make a Minecraft copy. I'm saying just use the blocky style of it, make something totally new. Blocks, voxels, but then don't copy the crafting tables, their textures, any of that. Make it all new. Just inspire from the block terrain and kind of the basics of Minecraft, but then build on it. Like what I just said, alien planet with a coliseum where you fight people and you have kits or kind of packages or whatever you want to call it, characters like Team Fortress 2 or Valorant or League of Legends. That's a fucking banger idea. I might have to do that. I might just do that. I got to write that down. Please make a UI tutorial. A Mace is basically... I'll consider making a UI tutorial. No, I'm talking about copyright is worrying for that AI Slop Paint an Album game. I don't think so. Paint an Album. Yes, that's a worry. I don't know what that game is. We aren't talking about that. That's not my game, that's for sure. Let's see. A Mace is basically where the further you fall, the more damage you deal. Damn, then we're talking about something totally different, dude. But, hey. Sounds like a good idea. Let me know how that goes, dude. Let me know how it goes. It sounds unique. You think the AI could make an easy upgrade tree similar to the slime RNG where it's a hexagonal shape? Yes, but I would generate the images with ChatGPT for that. I would not expect Codex to do a good job on its own in Studio. There's not even a hexagon shape in Studio UI. Let's look and see. All right, we're getting actual output now about this stuck. I'm stuck in the free fall state, which is what it looks like. Free fall. You can tell it's falling. Like, what the fuck is causing this? See, this is the stupid shit that's like screwing up the game, because if we could get past this, we would be able to publish an update that actually fixed a lot of other issues, but one bug is holding us up. One stupid ass bug. Fuck bugs, dude. God. Don't we all hate bugs? Yo, is bug fix back? No. Use base 44 to make a project planner to organize projects and deadlines. Dude, there's so many tips out here. I wish I could use them all. That sounds useful. Wait, low-key search up Minecraft Mace Roulette? I might have to. Let's see. Dude, y'all are giving me a whole bunch of ideas. I'm like, shit, what do I do? I want to make the Roman Colosseum fucking Minecraft Battleground now. Call it fucking... What would I call it? I'm thinking. Colosseum of Death. Colosseum of Death. That sounds awesome. It sounds sick. And I imagine like heavy rock music playing in the background. And yeah. Kits. Like TF2. What are they called? What are they called in TF2? Like characters, right? Loadout. Vectors in TF2 are called... TF2 is a fun game. It's just kind of old. They're called classes. Yeah. Mercenaries are classes. Everybody likes TF2 if they've played it. Like, TF2 is cool. It's just kind of dead. But it's a fucking fun game. Unfortunately, it has a lot of hackers in it. I don't know if Valve fixed that. It was a few years back when I was playing. There were a lot of hackers. I noticed this bug starts after the safe spawn. I noticed that too, but it didn't seem to be the issue. It said, this is the breakthrough. I don't know what the breakthrough is, but whatever. I don't think there was a breakthrough. I think it's lying. You part of the upper class? The Jews, perhaps? This has to be a troll, dude. Do I look rich to you, bro? Do I look fucking rich to you? Do I look rich? I'm grinding 12 hours a day to make a Roblox game and telling you I can't pay for a fucking Plod subscription because I spent all my money on business and employees. Hell no, dude. What the fuck? I'm the opposite of the Jews right now, dude. Well, it's working on that. You could go into the paint skins and change the text color or text border UI stroke. It's all white, so hard to see. Yeah, we'll fix that. That's already been fixed. Thanks for letting me know. I noticed that myself. You want to try out a game I'm selling? It's a simple little PvP game, but I don't know what to sell it for. Yeah, I might be able to do that on a game review stream. Not right now. But maybe if I'm looking to sell it, I mean buy it. I don't think I'd buy it from you, probably. If it was really good, maybe. I don't even have the money right now, bro. I need a successful game. Let's see. Have you went to the Texas hand panel or all of Texas, not the panhandle? I haven't gone to Texas at all. I would consider it. I'd like to travel to all kinds of places, so I'd add Texas to the list. Why the hell not? It's not that good? Okay, then I wouldn't buy it. But I'd play it on a game review stream then. If it was a real prospect. If you thought it was good, maybe I'd check it out somewhere else. But that'd be if it was business related, which it's not if I don't want to actually buy it. Let's see. Have you went to... Let's see. Let's see here. Can I send the link to the game or not? Nope. You can't. Even though you're regulars. Regulars don't get a pass for free promo. Not how it works. Not how it works, my boy. My bud. Little buddy. Can you make a temporary script that forces unanchors players human and reports to debug? That's not the problem. Claude has tried different things as protections to unstick you, but that's fixing the symptom, not fixing the actual cause. Like Claude just said the same thing right here. It's fixing the symptom, not the cause. I don't want to do that. I want to fix the root cause. Finally, with proof. Holy fucking shit. Ain't no way. My friend's in Cali right now, so we can't hang out. Damn. Just saw that text. Cali's way far away from us, so that's crazy. Some people just get incredibly lucky. You know, two guys made a game with 2K CCU right now, but one of them did absolutely nothing and is raking in 100K Robux a day. It's rough, yeah. Yep, some people do get lucky. Hey. But you can't just fucking count on luck, dude. You gotta spray and pray sometimes. Well, but not pray. Spray and optimize. Maybe it's prayer until you have a lot of data. Then you have something to go off of to optimize your shit. Alright, just asking. Yep. Oh, good. 6 million Robux or 271K Robux. Stop with the 271K, bro. Can you make a temporary script that force unanchors players, human or root power to do? Okay, I already read that. This fucker released the shit. Okay. The fix. The fuck? It's getting stuck in running too. So it's not just free fall that's breaking it. Why the hell is this happening? I have no fucking idea. No idea. No idea. What's wrong with 271K? I don't even know. It's just a random ass number. Everything is wrong with it. It makes no sense. Can't you just check where it's making that stuck warn in the script? That's something that Claude added to see what's going on. At this point, just send your spawn protection script in the Discord and let the nerds figure it out. Trust me, dude, I don't think it's the spawn protection. It's something else. It keeps claiming it finds the root fix, but it's not. Can you check? Okay. Yeah, so Claude added the stuck thing after the issue is there, so that isn't where the source of the issue is at. It's just a check. It's a check. Maybe it is the spawn protection thing. Yeah, because right at the end of spawn protection, it fucking does that. Let's see. I am a nerd. What do you mean? I can figure it out. Don't call me not a nerd. I want to be a nerd now. Oh, how do I figure it out? Is there a spawn protection script? Spawn protection feedback. Ah, damn. That ain't it. Spawn protection. Let's see here. Spawn protection. Grant spawn protection. Okay. How do I nerd out and fix this shit? Yo, W, hope to be like you one day, bro. Appreciate you, bro. Keep on working on your stuff. Improve, improve, improve. Control F anchored, really? Did Fable 5 ask for a percentage? Sadly, we're not using Fable 5. If it was, I'm sure it would, because it's damn smart. We're using Claude right now. If it was Fable 5, we would have fixed this shit already. Player state service grants spawn protection. Get state, self get state. Wait. Grant spawn protection. It seems like what this is doing, because it's using the word state, right? It sounds like maybe spawn protection is changing the player's state, but I might be wrong. I just don't know. Because I'm not the one who wrote this code, if you didn't know that. Set spawn protection attributes. Okay. Where's that function? Set attribute. No, I don't think that's it. itself, get state. State.trial cut immunity until. I don't. It's not. As far as I can tell, this isn't changing the humanoid state. But I'm not seeing where the actual code is that changes the. Because this is player state service, so I figure this is kind of for tracking the state of the player in game. It's not necessarily changing the humanoid state, which seems to be the problem. I don't see code changing the humanoid state. Okay, Claude is saying full root cause confirmed. Paint is voxel terrain, da. Base floor to sit flush with the terrain surface. What does it think that I'm getting stuck inside the terrain? I don't know. Holy late stream tonight. I was checking all morning for the stream. Hey, that's what's up, dude. You're a badass for that. We did have a late stream. Yep. It was busy. Is applying anchoring dependent on the humanoid state? I don't know. It's not anchoring the character, so I don't think that's the problem, dude. I wish it was that simple. I have no idea. I'm just trying to figure out how to make my own game script structures better than totally Aussie. That's a good goal. Let's see. Control Shift F. Humanoid root part.anchored or root.anchored is likely around it too. Y'all think it's the simple shit. Trust me. I ain't that dumb. I done checked the simple shit. It ain't the simple shit. It's some fuck ass, random ass thing that's causing this as a side effect. I don't know why this is happening. I don't know. Y'all are trying to nerd out over it. You don't have the solution. I hate to break it to you. It does seem to be related to the fucking. At this point, I am literally. I would literally use less using Fable to fix this thing. Dad did not want me to use Fable on his account. I might have to just talk to him. Because 23% on the 5 hour, 44% on his 7 day. Oh. Wait, account and usage. His weekly limit resets in 1 day. So I don't see if it would be a problem. I'll still ask him. I'll be nice. Hang on. I gotta use Fable, my guy. I think Fable would fix this shit instantly. Hang on. Alright. Yeah. He just doesn't want me burning his limits. What plan does he have? He has a $100 plan. How long did it take me to reach 1K subs? I don't know. Like a year and a half? I don't know. It took a while. First 1K took longer than the rest of the milestones. Besides 100K, that took a decent amount of time. Fable. Hopefully this doesn't get flagged by Fable and put back onto Opus, because it does bridge with the cybersecurity task if it's in the anti-cheat scripts. I don't know. We'll see. I haven't even used Fable. This is going to be the first time I've used Fable since it's been relaunched. I've used it in the past. I used it when it was first out before the government banned it. But now we're using Dad's Claude. Honestly, he said don't use Fable, but really what he meant was don't burn my limits, because he's using it too to build a trading bot. That's why he has an account. He has like $100 Claude plan, and right now I don't have a Claude plan, so I'm gonna be using his for a little bit here. I'm low-key sounding like a broken lamp now. You are sounding like a broken lamp, but can you just check the HRP and properties window to make sure it's not anchored? Dude, we can check, but I really don't think it is. Because I swear to God, you'd think that'd be the problem. Let's see. But I don't think so. Properties, anchored. Anchored is off. Where's the humanoid root part? Where is it? Is the humanoid root part just gone? That might explain it. Yeah, I don't even see. Is it just removing the humanoid root part? Maybe that would explain it. What the hell? Yeah, it's fucking removing it. Maybe. What the actual hell? All right, dude. That might be it. That may or may not be it. Spawn protection is just supposed to give you a force field, make you not die. Maybe I should stop Fable. I don't know. I'm going to have it do this. I'll leave Fable on, because maybe it's something else. But if the humanoid root part is getting deleted, like for whatever fucking happened, okay, that would explain why it's broken. That would definitely be the problem. Wow. Okay, lamp out. Yeah, lamp out. Well, thanks for getting us to check that, because it's definitely not the anchored problem. I think it's that it's getting removed. So you make a you made a good point. It was not that. It was some other stupid shit the AI added. Like, AI will hallucinate bugs no human would make. No human in the right mind is going to delete the humanoid root part. That's why nobody thinks to check that. Smarty, how long did it take you to reach 1,000 subs? I already told you. It took me like a year and a half at first. You can look it up. Look on Social Blade, and you can measure it, because you can see a graph of my growth across time. The best way to learn is to become Jewish. Is it now? Is it now, Top Central Rankings? Really, you must be Jewish, so inform us how that went. If you run like 5 or 10 ad credits on a game and have good settings for those ad credits, it's going to get at least 10 or more players, even if the thumbnail is eye-catching. Yeah, but 10 or more players, will they stick? Will they come back? That's what really matters. Will you get good data? If they don't come back, did you at least get good data? Hopefully. 10 players isn't much, dude. I've gotten 10 players plenty of times, but that doesn't mean the players return. You need to optimize your game to be more fun first. What would you recommend is the best way to learn to code? Free, obviously. My channel, SmartyRBX. The easiest beginner guide to Roblox scripting. It may or may not be a good start. I'm gonna code in the background my Minecraft game. I'll show it later on stream. Or I need someone that can help me get some players. Yeah, show me on a game review stream. That'd be fun. 15 more revisions for polish until my game's ready for launch. Hey, that's what's up, dude. All right, let's see. I need to fix something in MCP board. I think it's on this other desktop. It is so slow and fix it. Yep. Okay, there we go. All right, now let's see what Claude is doing. Just doing a bunch of bullshit. Like it often is. Is Claude better than actually learning how to code at this point? In many ways, yeah, but you should learn the basics so you understand what it's actually doing, and stupid shit like what we just encountered and Roblox edge case that could really catch you and leave you hanging for like a while. Alright, there we go. It's just so annoying because I run out of Claude credits so quick. Yeah, it is annoying. Yo, Smarty, why not make games beyond this, man? Because I want to make games that are fast. Like, if you have a better idea, I'm all ears, man. But until then, I'm cooking this, alright? I'm cooking what I'm cooking, man. Let's see. AI-powered coder that's unable to fix bug is the most powerful. You want to be able to diagnose the problem. Yep. Money is money, man. Yep, exactly. I like to make games that don't take much time to make, right? So if I make a game that is quote-unquote beyond this, most of those will take forever. I want a game that's fast, doesn't take a lot of builds or models, can be coded by AI, and can be released in a day. That may sound unrealistic. It is, because you end up fixing a shit ton of bugs. But as time goes on, as AI advances more, as I get better at this, it gets more and more feasible. I'd like to release a game a day, ideally. So when you're optimizing for that, you sure as hell are not producing Skyrim or GTA 7 on Roblox. That's not exactly my goal. We have different goals, my friend. Different goals. Why the fuck is this thing taking so long? I don't need Fable on max. I need Fable on medium. That'll be fine. More shots you fire, the more chances you have to target. Is that your current philosophy? It's not really a philosophy. That's just statistics, my friend. That's just empirical reality. But I do operate off that truth. Yeah, the more shots on goal, the more chance one hits. Just a law of averages. Let's see. How would you say it's more worth to learn how to model or code? Because in my experience, Claude isn't the best at models. Yeah, it's more worth it to learn how to model if you're trying to master a skill. Coding's better if you don't know how to vibe code. Learn that first. But the bottleneck now, after you understand how to vibe code, after you understand the fundamentals of coding, is not coding. It's flipping content. It's models and builds. Really mainly models, because models are what create 150 brain rots or characters in your game, whatever it is. 2D game max, bro. I just saw 500 CCU 2D AI game. You don't got to physically do much, just reprompting until it gets it right. No building. I know. But those games are few and far between that are 2D and actually work. So I'm all ears if you have a 2D game idea. But I don't think that all of that is the ideal. You know, I don't think that. Okay, this shit needs to be ended. I don't think that. Lost my train of thought, dude. It's almost time for bed. But yeah, basically, it's ideal to learn to model and build because that is content. And then also the 2D games. That's what I was talking about. That's what Chatter was on. 2D games are not necessarily ideal because it takes a really good idea for a 2D game for that to work. Like, most 2D games don't work because Roblox is a 3D platform, even though it is a real way to vibe code a game. Like I always say, vibe coding is really good for UI-only games and for voxel Minecraft-like games. Those are things that Claude nails. But anything else, I would be cautious because... Or not cautious, but I'd be aware that it's going to take more than just vibe coding for it to work. Hey, it's working, but the trail isn't showing. Hang on. Let's see. Let's see here. All right. Cloud Fable 5. Yep. Is this just Paper.io and Roblox? Yep. But there's a problem, so shit is getting covered up. But hey, we fixed the bug. Damn. Finally. What is vibe coding? Vibe coding is basically coding with AI agents that automatically put the code into your game and run playtests and iterate and fix bugs and basically build what you want. It's not the euphoric dream it sounds like. It still takes work, but it's pretty close to a euphoric dream. It's some of the most futuristic shit we have in this day and age, if not the most futuristic technology us normal humans, us normal pedestrians of life can use. The public may use these models. The government may not want you to, but you sure as hell can, at least for periods of time when they aren't banned. Have you ever coded yourself? Yes, but now I like AI because it's faster. It'd be smart to make a 2D game where people can play Connect 4, Tic-Tac-Toe, etc., and they can 1v1 each other on Roblox for free. Do I think it'd be smart? Yes, it would. I might take that idea. It's good. We fixed the bug, and now it works. Make it so that the terrain doesn't show behind you as a trail. Only fills once completed. The trail effect that is not made through terrain is all that shows until you complete the loop. Okay. Thank God I have Fable for a little bit. Try not to cook my dad's usage limits because he's being gracious and letting me use it, but we will be getting some shit fixed. How can you enforce 1v1s for Robux? Well, I didn't say for Robux. If he said for Robux, I would disagree with that. I would say for in-game points and shit. You can't do that for Robux. In fact, that's probably against the Roblox TOS. Wagers? Yeah. That's not what I would do it based on. For Robux or for free? Yeah, I wouldn't do it for Robux. I would do it for... I didn't read that part. So I would do it for just in-game currency. Just 1v1ing with tic-tac-toe and Connect 4 and shit would be enough. You don't need the Robux part. That's not even allowed on Roblox. Sadly. Fucking sadly. So I have Claude connected to Roblox Studio by MCP, but I'm guessing that's not vibe coding because I kind of just give it prompts. That is vibe coding, but I would improve your setup. I would use a repo syncing tool like Rojo or ScriptSync or another one for the code, and then I would use MCP only for building UI and running playtests and stuff and reading your Studio Explorer hierarchy. Because otherwise you're going to have agents overriding each other's code constantly and having issues like that very often. Let's see. Is your dad a dev too? Yeah, he's a Roblox dev. He mainly supports us building these games with these guys in the Philippines. And we also, work together. We've worked together for a long time. We used to work together on like projects that we made as like a duo. But now it's mainly us just managing these guys. But he also works on a trading bot, which he's making for himself. And that's his own project, but that's what he uses Claude on. That's why he has it for trading Bitcoin and whatnot. Understood. Do you have an in-depth tutorial on how to set that up? If not, could you? If not, that's fine. I could probably find it somewhere. Yeah, I have a video called How to Build Roblox Games with AI in 2026. Watch that with the one caveat that you do not have to turn on ScriptSync and beta features. So when I tell you, turn this on in beta features, don't do that because ScriptSync is now released to everybody. You just right-click something in Explorer, right-click your server script service. You can save all the scripts to your file system, and the file system can sync back to your server script service. All that shit just works. I was talking about the kits for the game I was making before. A kit is basically a set of abilities or weapons that you can use to kill players or something. Like a sword kit has a sword, shield, maybe heals, and a gun kit has guns, heals, and some other stuff. Yeah, exactly. One of my favorite versions of that is Valorant's characters and also Team Fortress 2, their classes system. Those are badass. If you could make that on Roblox, like either one of those games, it'd be sick. There's not many games that have done it well. Nice, need to playtest this on my setup. Started Rojo in my last game, much better. Yeah, that's what's up, dude. Do it. Wow, okay. Alrighty then. Okay. Hopefully that made sense. I know. It's a lot of geek shit. You gotta understand to do this shit. Just watch the video. Don't spam, please. Who's spamming? Then with MCP, it prompted to create sick GUI and then ask it to do playtest and bug fix. Yeah, exactly. Damn! Huh, Fable is such a godsend. Now that I actually have this, my game works. After having fucking Codex fool around on it for hours, now this fucker gets this shit right instantly. This is why I need my Claude subscription back. Thank Dad. Thank God he let me use it. Even though he's using all his, he's working hard on his bot. Let me use his account for a bit. So we got this stuff fixed. So if you guys join the game after I launch this update out, I should have published this shit instantly the minute I saw it fixed. But if you join the update launching in a few seconds here, you will actually be able to see the working state of the game. Holy shit, who would have thought? I never thought I would see this moment. All right, everybody, rejoin. Join this game. We've launched the update. Fable's awesome. Yeah, when's the next game review stream? I don't know. Soon enough, dude. Soon enough. Yeah, Fable's amazing. Where's my sound, bruh? Everybody, we got a working game now. This is sick. Let's actually play. Damn. I know it's not perfect, but now it's actually functional. Doesn't have bugs. Like, in the core loop. That is awesome. Grades on the speed thing. UI/tutorial. Make it highlight the speed upgrade next and clear it out when you complete the step. Oh, the speed upgrade is useful, dude. Make sure you guys upgrade your speed, because you can do that. Hey, this doesn't always update. Let's see. Does it always update the terrain? Sometimes the terrain's too short and it looks like shit. That needs to be fixed. Let's see. Sometimes the terrain is a bit too short and that needs to be fixed. Like it doesn't complete a loop in a way that looks good. Like it looks a little bit stupid. I think the ground is a little bit too, like, I think it should be moved down one stud more, but also I think the sensitivity for loops needs to be increased where it can fill in more area more reliably, because right now it doesn't always fill it in. So I'll be filling in areas here, like I'll walk in a circle and it just won't fill in. It makes like a line, but it doesn't actually make the entire area filled, even though I touched two edges of the terrain. Hey. I killed that guy. Whoa. That was easy. Well, you're taking a risk if you... It's just like Paper IO. You're taking a risk if you're going out so far. And yes, there are some issues with this, but they'll be fixed quick because we actually have a proper AI that's actually intelligent. God damn. Let's see. Here's what I mean. Hey, new working update. Make it so pressing tab toggles our custom leaderboard and stats UIs. Alright, there we go. You gotta open up chat again. I don't have chat on. Resize the upgrade UI. Just search it in Explorer. What do you mean? What is the issue with the upgrades UI? Is it too big, too small? It doesn't look wrong to me. Did you create the UI, or did AI create it using TS or other crap? We made the UI with AI, yeah. We made it with ChatGPT, and then it split it up into images and put it inside the game. It's pretty sick. Codex did that. Why does the trail start halfway from the start? Yeah, we're going to fix that. The trail starts not all the way at the start of where you left the terrain. It sometimes starts like halfway or 10% of the way there, rather than being a full trail. Also, other people's trails often look dotted and jaggedy and not full, and I can't see the entire line. That needs to be fixed fully for rendering reliability. You show how to connect Claude MCP with Studio. Not right now, but you can watch my video, how to build games with AI in 2026. It will show you how to do that. I just recommended that to somebody else. Can you check if you can Wi-Fi exploit in the game? I don't know how to check that. You'd have to DM me on Discord. Maybe you can check that. I'd give you permission to check that. Smarty RBX on Discord. Let me know. Oh, this guy has gotten a fuck ton of the map. You're better than me in my own game. Holy moly. Make it so that when you complete a loop, somehow it renders like a full like flash of the area that you just completed. Because right now there's nothing in between in the blank space. It's just black. I don't know if you'd use a union or what. Just a performant way to do that. That kind of shows a flash in that area that's the same shape as your loop. Or maybe an inverse of the trail that just came out. Just kind of inverted in. It probably could work as a union. Shouldn't be buggy or laggy though. Also, make it so that the trail's a bit wider, the trail effect. And also, when you're walking into somebody else's, you can't really see it because it's trapped under the terrain. Find a good way to make it so you can see it. Like maybe it rises above. This shit's going to be improved and fixed quick. Time remaining. Okay. Let's see. How does the Fable 5 subscription work, and how long does Fable 5 usually last before it expires and needs to be renewed? I mean, Fable 5, it's a model by Anthropic, so just like all their other models, you get access to it with your subscription for Claude. So I would just say, try a Claude sub. You want to spend at least $100 minimum on it, though, but a Claude subscription will give you access to Fable 5, but it's only temporary, right? Your usage limits will last pretty long as you're decently conservative with how you use your prompts and your reasoning levels and shit, and how you manage your chats. There's a bunch of people who can teach you that stuff better, like how to manage your usage limit. But your Claude subscription will include this until like July 8th, I believe is the day. You'd have to confirm. Until then, you have access to Claude Fable, but unless the government bans it again, damn government. But after that, it's going to be API only, which means it's pay per use, which is pretty stupid if you ask me. But hey, that's why OpenAI, if they come in clutch with the new GPT 5.6 Sol Ultra model, they're going to kick Anthropic's ass because they're going to have that included in the plan. But Sol Ultra, jury's still out on whether that's actually going to be better than Claude Fable in practice, because it's going to be hard to beat Claude Fable's ability to understand user intent and what you actually want. Capturing's laggy. Yeah, I know. We're going to improve that. All right, we're going to do, let's see, I'm going to test something. Let's see. Is this shit fixed? Why is the Marcus guy so laggy? I don't know. Why the hell is the game so laggy? I don't know. The game... People are saying the game is laggy. Look into this and fix it. I don't know. It's just a new game, so shit can be laggy, but let's see. We're working on it. Terrain is still live updating behind me in little bits and pieces, and sometimes finding mini completions where there were none and I did not touch another part of my terrain. Fix that. Terrain should not live update only the trail. The terrain should only update after a completed loop. I think it hasn't launched a lot of fixes into Studio, into there, so I can publish it. So nothing crazy's come through yet, surprisingly, from Fable on the fixes. All right, my dad's saying last prompt. Okay. Okay. Why do we have the same color? That's not good. It's leaderboard. Two of us visually have the same color. Fix that too. Fudging that. Dad doesn't want me doing any more prompts with his Claude. There's one more crucial bug, but after that we're going to stop using it. Damn it. Okay. Yo, can you say hi, Mr. Luckless, please? Hello, Mr. Luckless. What's up, my guy? Guys, I'm glad to see this is working way better. I'm going to have to hop off and get on a team session with a test session with my team, but you know what? We got some good work done today. Proud to say it. All right, everybody. Peace out. Thanks for joining us. We will be live again tomorrow working on this game and other shit. Appreciate you being here to support the cause. I'm going to get to testing with my team, with the guys in the Philippines, and seeing what Mike has done this week. Some great work, I'm sure. So we are going to test his game out, Eat Crayons and Fight the Principal. Hopefully that's out on Roblox soon. You will see that. Do press like on my game, Paint Wars, which we are hard at work on. Thank God we got some Fable access from my dad's subscription for Claude. Got some good bug fixes in. So, later, guys.